It's me again. I'm playing RuneScape. I'm just messing around. Let's hang out, guys. Let's turn the music on. Okay, are people still active on RuneScape? I haven't been on here in so freaking long. Like, y'all, like, I've given over the reins to the guild on both servers. I should have never have made guilds. I think about this a lot lately, dude. Like, I should have just kept playing. Oh my gosh, someone just messaged me telling me they love the series. Dude, I swear, RuneScape is one of those games that I can log into, like, whenever, and people are gonna tell me that they like what I do with RuneScape, which is so funny because like I haven't even made anything for RuneScape in so long now, but yet people still, you know, like reach out to me and appreciate what I do. It's just so nice. It's so kind. It's so interesting. Hey, what's up, Mezzo? How you doing, baby? What are you up to? What's your night doing? What are the things happening in the life of the dude? I totally just walked into that sentence and had no idea where I was going with it. What's up, Robert? How you doing? Morning, dude. You're a little bit behind unless you're living on the other side of the world, but yeah, it's night for me. I'm gonna do a little bit of streaming, out here, fellas. I need some wind runes. I've been grinding some skills and stuff and doing some things and trying to get some stats so that I can teleport to Camelot, honestly, which is the whole reason that I've been out here training on the lesser demon in the cage. What's the Camelot teleport? Is it not just wind runes? What? Members only? Am I not in a members world? Hold on. Alright, here we go. I was like, why am I not in the members only world? Back in the old school indeed. What's up, Ghost? Nice to see you. It's 8 p.m. here in Cali. Oh yeah, it is. That's right. You guys have a better time frame than I do. I would kill for it to be 8 p.m. right now. It's so late. Look who's logged back on. Look who the cat dragged in. Look who's reassessed their entire life and realized that things weren't what they wanted it to be. How's everyone doing, guys? I'm excited to be back on RuneScape, man. I really am, like, genuinely excited to be back on RuneScape. I feel like I'm coming home. We were playing Guild Wars 2, then I started playing MapleStory, which I'm still playing MapleStory. I'm just not going to stream that game. No one cares about that game. I gotta remember, dude. It's wild. I always have to remember that MapleStory is, like, my thing. Like, I do that myself. Okay, I'm coming here, so I'm trying to get my fletching up, so I have to do... what's the not nature spirit, what's the quest called? Lost City. Okay, I've got to get back into the RuneScape thing. I have to get my brain back to this game. I need to do Lost City, so in order to do Lost City, I'm going to need 36 woodcutting and 31 crafting. So I have to train woodcutting, obviously, but wait, do I not need fletching for this? Why am I working on fletching then? Why have I been working on fletching if I don't need it for this quest? It's the Lost Tribe, Lost City. 36 woodcutting, 31 crafting. Well, fair enough then. I don't know what I'm going to do for the crafting. Maybe I'll do bowstrings. My whole plan... I thought I needed fletching. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I feel that, Natsu. Don't feel bad, man. You know, like I'm in the service industry. When I don't serve you, don't worry. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is, man. I don't mind. I was riding high on borrowed fame for a long time anyways. I had no right to be doing as well as I was. I sort of burned it all down, dude. It got a little crazy there. It got a little kooky, a little touch and go, a little difficult, a little dicey, a little problematic. People started having feelings about me, dude. People started getting mad at me. There were things forming in the water. There were people being angry about things that I was doing. There were the generation of people who had been here from the beginning that were just like, oh, this is like a fun little place that we all hang out. And then there were the new people who were all like, this guy has to do what we want him to do or else we're going to start being real angry. And it was just wild, dude. It was absolutely nuts. So I'm glad to be back. I'm hope that we've brought it back down to a level that it should be at, which is like 10 viewers, honestly. But I'm going to play some RuneScape. I need to get my crafting up. I don't really have a plan for tonight. Like I said, I'm going to do some quests and things. I'm just sort of messing around, honestly, in general. Going to finish up some quests that I, like, just haven't done yet. Like, I might get a cat so I can start working on that for for Recipe for Disaster. I might work on doing animal magnetism at some point, which means I'm gonna need some Slayer, so I might like start some Slayer tasks. And I'm just gonna play some RuneScape, and I might play for a while. I have tried RuneLite, dude. I play on RuneLite all the time. I just like I don't on here, but I could play on RuneLite. I've not abandoned the idea of the series that I was doing before, but I'm like continuing it somewhat in VODs instead. So we'll see what's up. The new Varlamore quests are cool. I do want to go to Varlamore. I've literally never been to Varlamore. Is today the day that I go to Varlamore for the first time, guys? Is this the day that I go to Varlamore? We could go to Varlamore. People have been, like, threatening me if I don't go there forever, so I might as well just, like, check it out. Guys, look at... Oh, I got a Rune Medium Helm from the Lesser Demon drops. Like, this is the first decent drop that I've ever gotten in this game. Like, it was very quick. It was, like, 3 kills. I got the Rune Med Helm. I own Rune Plate Legs now. I'm not going to buy Rune Plate Body, so I'm going to get a Fighter Torso at some point. Like, I'm getting kind of kitted out at this point. I got collected my like collections. What's up, Wayne? How you doing, bro? I collected my like combat collections or whatever, and I got the Strength Amulet from that. I also got a Magic Amulet as well from that. So like we're kind of geared up, honestly, at this point. Like, there's not a whole lot that I can't do anymore. So we might as well just like rock on it. We could go to Varlamore, though. I have to do that, like, Sun Quest or whatever, right? How hard is that? Well, no, it's not hard. I've done that on my main before. I just have to, like, walk to certain places. Thank you, Joey. I've got bad news for you. No, I'm kidding, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Welcome to the group, man. It's a good time out here, honestly. Like, we hang out, we play some games, we do some things. It's a good time, man. Welcome. Appreciate that. You teleport by bird there. Also by a necklace you get from a quest boss. Word. Do I have good stats for Varlamore? Like, am I capable of actually doing anything there? Is it? I know that there's some like random things, but like, is it possible for me to actually do Varlamore right now? Oh wait, you guys can't see my stats. Hold on. I forgot that I moved my camera over here. It's been so long, guys, and I can move the What do you guys think? Where should I put the chat at? Should I put the chat anywhere? Like, what should I do here? I've never even done chat on here. Also, why is the game, like, doubled? Do you see that? What the hell? It's got a bush? What the hell? All right. Yeah, dude, just get in there and play. This is how I believe in playing every game. Joey, listen to me. Do not stream video games. Do not listen to the masses. Play the games the way that you want. It will ruin your life if you get out there and try to appease everyone else. Be bad at the video game. Have a hard time, dude. Log out for long periods of time. Go disappear into the woods for like 6 days or whatever, man. Eat some berries that you're not supposed to. Throw up violently, like shit in a hole in the ground. Like, learn to live your life the way that you want to live it, Joey. Don't worry about these people, man. Sorry, guys. Hey, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. I try to make like lots. I'm sort of like burned out on making videos right now. Like, I might go dark on the video thing. Like, I might start streaming more at nights and just stream like every single day for a while, dude. I haven't gotten fiber yet. There was a hurricane, as some of you may know, so it's been raining for the past like 2 weeks, so they can't be out there working on electrical lines when it's raining. So like the fiber's been pushed back. They are starting to set up down at the ends. So like, you know, it is what it is. Sorry, Joey. I didn't mean to put all that on you. That's some stuff that I've got going on, honestly. Yeah, dude, go shit in the woods in OSRS. It's the best way to do it. You don't have to go out into the real world. You just go out into old school RuneScape. Yeah, I don't know why it was doing that, Lane. Thanks for letting me know. But get cooked by the moon bosses. So should I even go there then? Yeah, make sure you check the wiki for voices. Can you /wiki in real life? Dude, guys, this crazy thing happens inside of my brain that worries me sometimes, where if I lose something in real life, my brain says, Google where it is. And I'm like, why would Google know that? But my brain wants me to do it. So what are we thinking, guys? Varlamore, like, questing. Like, I could go to Varlamore. I haven't been to Corinne literally at all either. There's, like, not much to do in Corinne, but I could go to Corinne at some point. Children of the Sun is the one that I have to do to unlock Varlamore, right? There's no requirements. I could just go do that. No recs, I'm very short. Yeah, okay, let's go ahead and just run and do that quest, and then we'll see what else goes on. I talked to someone in, like, the Varrock Castle, right? Children of the Sun. I saw this quest by talking to Alina and Noah in Varrock Square. So, these two? No, those are Shillip and Willow. Alina and Noah, these two. What's the frog quest? So they're from the west. Yes, they call us varlamore. I don't know what that voice is. The Shining Kingdom. It's meant to be one of the most beautiful places in the world. We'll see about that. What are you talking about? Oh, hello. Are you here to see the delegation? Delegation? See, it's not just me who doesn't know what's happening. The delegation from Varlamore, of course. After all these years, they're finally opening up the kingdom for travel and trade. Isn't it exciting? Why would I be excited about a place I never even knew existed? A whole land locked off for hundreds of years. Do you not want to be one of the first outsiders to step foot there? Think of the adventure. Adventure? That sounds dangerous. I'll be staying right here, thank you very much. Bah, boring. What about you, stranger? Yes, of course I'll be going there, dude. Of course I'll be going there. Mookie, what's up, dude? How you doing? Well, I'm actually something of an adventurer myself, dude. That's like literally a Spider-Man line. They pulled that out of Spider-Man. Good for them. A riveting tale of labor work dispute or something like that. What the frig, dude? That's the spirit. I bet you'll want to be one of the first to head over to Varlamore. This voice might change as I do it. I'm not good at remembering what they sound like. What can you tell me about Varlamore? How come you know so much about Varlamore? When will this delegation arrive? Tell me about Varlamore. I don't know anything about this place. It's far across the Western Sea, over the mountains, south of Great Corinth, between the sea and the mountains. It's totally isolated. No one is allowed to come or go without good reason. Sounds like a prison. Quite the opposite. It's a beautiful and prosperous kingdom ruled over by the Sun Queen. Okay. Yeah. Yes, she's the rules. I'm not going to be able to keep the voice. She rules from her palace in their capital, Civitas Illifortis. The sun plays an important role in Varlamorian life. In fact, they worship it. What? The sun? That's right. They have their own religion over there, dedicated to the sun and the moon. Isn't that fascinating? I don't know. It all sounds a bit odd to me. How come you know so much about Varlamore? No, I'm just gonna... Because he's plot. Because he's given here by this. I am checking out Varlamore, indeed. I've literally never been there. Literally never been there. Please do riveting tell on the stream. I'll get around to that for sure. I didn't even know this was a quest that exists. Is it possible for me to do that quest? I need to do Daddy's Home, too. Riveting tale? I do like... I'm a big frog fan. Some of you may know frogs are one of my favorite animals. The riveting tale of a lily pad labor dispute? What the frig? It's got a bush? What the hell? When will the delegation arrive? Well, it should be any time now. Hang on, what's going on over there? Wait, that's them. They're here. Okay, here we go. Wait, hold on, Barty. Finally have power after 3 full days. Barty, yo, I didn't even see your message, dude. So where... I don't want to ask you where you live because I don't want to dox you or anything, but like, that's wild. No, Miranda, I've been playing RuneScape for like years and years. This is just like a... They're literally stealing Solaire's outfit. Bro, what is up with... What are they doing here? Why are they just stealing all these pop culture things? Have they always been doing this? My time's the morning of the 27th. That's so crazy, Barty. Did you get like super flooded out too? Twelve, what's up, dude? How you doing? When I was a kid and I would sing, my voice was actually like really, really high. Like if you guys ever listen to Pierce the Veil or anything, that was when I was a kid. That's where my voice sat more naturally. There they are. Is this a woman? Is Alina a woman? There they are, the children of the sun. That's Itzela, that's Itzla, Auckland, heir to the throne of Varlamore, and there's Servius, the Teogon of Ralos. I cannot do this. Teogon? What's a Teogon? It means high priest. He's the religious leader in Varlamore. Huh? It's getting worse. We're gonna stop the voices, I promise. Capybaras are everywhere. What is going on in Varlamore? Yes, but our entire officer squad in OSRS was accidentally all from Western North Carolina. We all lost power completely. Bro, we should have had more geodiversity. What were we thinking? Geographical diversity. Like this directly though. Oh, I love Coed and Cambria, dude. Like, really love Coed and Cambria. Like, hold on one second. The riff I always go to play on guitar for people is this one. I'm in a different tuning right now. That one. Hold on a second. I'm not in the minor. I'm not a YouTuber to that level yet, dude. You gotta get like 1 million subs before you do that, bro. That's the way it goes. But no, as far as like actual like Coheed, like liking Coheed though, like their newest record is really, really good too. That oh, do you want me to lie? 'Cause I can do it, baby. I can do it lie. That song is rad, bro. Absolutely rad. I have an acoustic kicking around somewhere. I could play it on that, but I'm not going to. I've been learning Playing God by Polyphia. I've been working on that song for the past week, and it's been ridiculous. Oh yeah, I forgot the RuneScape music was playing through here too. That's probably you guys couldn't hear anything. Now, might you be going with that? Okay, let's do this quest. They threw their sticks in the crowd? What? Wait, hold on. What's going on? Got a drum stick at a Coheed concert. That's really cool, dude. I love that band. They're really, really good. You only have 1 gig of internet data a month, brother. That's terrible. I'm sorry. You must have had like a pretty rough few days. Like, did it feel like an absolute relief whenever your power came back on? You failed to stay hidden from the guard. Bro, I wasn't even trying. Bro, that's insane. Hold on. Do I have to, like, run over here? Hup. I vaguely remember this quest. I did it once with RuneLight, and it was much easier. I don't know if this is actually going to be, like, possible without RuneLight, to be completely honest. I'll just have to, like, learn where he stops at. Oh, this is cake. This is a cakewalk. I've not only have I only done this quest, like I also watched Critical's video whenever he played this for the first time, and this is like the only times that I've seen it. Shuffle off, nerd. Get out of here. Can he see me from here? I feel like this angle would be really good for him seeing me, actually. There we go. We did it. The Linkin Park stuff, like as far as like the new vocalist and everything, it's a really interesting. That's a really interesting topic. Let me pile through this quest stuff. There's actually a lot of cool stuff going on in chat right now that I'll talk about. Give me a minute. If you're not happy, maybe you should have been one to steal the uniforms. Enough. We don't have much time. Do you have everything? Mostly. I grabbed what I could. We're just going to have to make do. The delegation is already in the place. We need to be ready to strike as they leave. Indeed. You all know the target. Get changed quick and be ready to take your positions. Good luck. You're going to need it. Cool. Okay. You lot panic too much. It's going to be fine. Now let's get going. That doesn't sound good. I better let that sergeant know. Okay, cool. Okay, what were we talking about? Stargazing at night hits different in a town with no power. So, like, was your entire town without power then? That seems absolutely insane, dude. 25 inches of waterfall in under 2 days. Dude, like, hurricanes are such an odd thing because I feel like for the last couple of years, hurricanes haven't been that big of a deal. Like, I feel like this is more along the lines of, like, Katrina than anything. That's the one that I remember from my past is that, like, Hurricane Katrina was was like the one that was a really, really big deal. And all the other hurricanes have been sort of minor in response to that, or like in comparison to that. But now I feel like this hurricane is like the new one that's big as hell and a really big deal. Every single slide is trees down from that's crazy. Hey, thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that. I'm glad to be here, dude. All the power lines were just holding entire trees. That's so nuts, bro. Like, I can't believe that it only took 3 days. That's the wild thing. Do I do reactions on the stream? It's I have in the past. I might do some reactions at some point, but not typically do I do them anymore. I mean, down 23 days no power. Talk about humbling experience. Really? That's insane, dude. How do you live for 23 days without power? You said that aloud and your couch started floating. What is RubeusCubeus? This quest is so hard. I don't think that's pretty easy so far. We know power in the surrounding 20 counties. That's so nuts, dude. Hurricane Tortilla? What do you mean, bro? Barrel got Houston messed up, dude. We had no power for a week in record-breaking heat. Really? That one must have, just because like I live far away from that, that must have been one that wasn't on my radar super hard. I know that like a lot of them were bad. Like there was one that came from New York that was like bad in New York supposedly, but I didn't even like hear about it here hardly at all. Went down to New Orleans the summer before Katrina. Unreal to see it before, right? It was flatline. Yeah, dude, they had so many insane 100% outage everywhere. That's crazy. Generators, dude, it's hard to get generators during that time too. If you don't already have one, like you're so up the creek. My parents ended up getting a generator. We had a derecho here one time that was really bad and knocked out power for like 2 weeks across the county that I live in, and it was like really nuts. I was driving home during that storm, and the street lights were spinning around in circles because the wind was blowing so hard. It was crazy. I was like having to get out of my car and pull branches out of the road just to get home and stuff. It was nuts. That was like my senior year of high school or something. Someone asked about like the Lincoln Park stuff and what my take on that is. I'm assuming that they're talking about the Lincoln Park, like the front lady that's now the person in Lincoln Park and all of that. My take on it, honestly, is that I'm glad that the band is going on, and I'm glad they're still continuing to make music. And that new song, like I don't mind it. The Emptiness Machine, I think it's a good song. The lyrics in it are pretty good as well. But like my real problem with the whole Lincoln Park thing is just that like they're not the old Lincoln Park anymore, and they're never going to be. But I discovered that band, what was it? That band that's like the cover band of Lincoln Park or whatever, that's really, really good, and now I just don't even care anymore that Lincoln Park like isn't around the way that they used to. I mean, it's not that I don't care. Like I would kill to see Chester Bennington fronting that band, but now I know that I can still see that cover band, and it will be like a very similar experience to seeing Lincoln Park the way they originally were, and so like I'm fine with it at this point. Just one tree from your road. Dude, we have a tree that's literally falling right next to our house, and like no one will come cut it down, and it's pretty terrifying. Generators 12 to 18 hours a day. That's nuts, dude. We didn't even get to cover the P. Diddy controversy. True that, dude. I don't even want to touch that one, dude. I try to stay so far away from like so many of these controversies in general, but like that one in specific, it's just like, dude, there have been rumors about P. Diddy being a child molester for decades, like legitimately. I mean, like, you know, it has been like rumored for so long. Like you would think that guy was a professional YouTuber, by the way that like the rumors have been swirling around about him. It's pretty wild stuff, dude. Genuinely. Okay, what do I need to do now? Hold on. The delegation from varlamore arrived and entered the palace. However, as they did, I spotted a guard acting suspicious. I followed this guard to a meeting of bandits. The guard gave the bandits some disguises for them to use to attack the delegation. I should report this to the guard sergeant in Varrock Square. Okay. Did he probably did it? The real question is, did he do it? Did he do it? Right? Like, and he probably did. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's a difficult thing because I think a lot of people just sort of don't have any sympathy for people who are like famous or anything. But like there are a lot of people who have paid their way to fame via trauma, and it's just really, really sad, honestly, in general. I like that you can only examine these guards. You can't attack them, but they're level 21 still. That's very interesting. So like it's a sad situation, man. Like you know, that kind of stuff is detrimental to human beings in a way that like you can't even imagine. And like I can't stand it, man. I mean, it's, you know, I don't think it's like an out of the ordinary thing, like an opinion to have or anything that like, you know, pedophiles are kind of like scum of the earth type people, brother. But like, you know, just anyone who's coercing people into sexually explicit situations and doing bad things to them are just like, you know, it's like, come on, bro. It's terrible. You're playing Arcanist? MJ. That's sick. I want to play Arcanist again. I love that game. It's a good one. I played it a lot when I was younger. I was like Prestige 7 or something, which is like probably not that much. Dude, I have no idea what's the deal with Nice Try. Do I think he will be Epstein? Kind of. I think there's so many powerful people in Hollywood. They're like all doing the same thing. But also I will say that like the Hollywood is super forgiving, dude. You know, Kevin Spacey is back like just like, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw it at the Oscars or wherever it was, but like Kevin Spacey gave a speech in front of people and it was super weird, like super duper, extremely, totally through the roof weird. He was basically just like, and I'm back now, and now we're taking it back and all these things. It's like, bro, like you did bad stuff, dude. Like, it's nuts to me the way that we just forgive these like horrible things that people do. And I've said this too. Like, I'm not somebody who is like out here trying to virtue signal to people. Like, I just couldn't care less about that whole thing. But genuinely, I mean this. Like, whenever I see somebody who is like a pedophile or, you know, who's done things in that vein of like sexually explicit nature to people or like coerce people doing all those kinds of things, it ruins their art form for me like so heavily. Like, I cannot listen to a brand new song without thinking like, oh yeah, Jesse Lacey, like, you know, was like grooming children or whatever. Kit, what's up? How you doing, my friend? Seismic, what's up? Nice to see you, my guy. For that guy from Nickelodeon, and even sent letters to the judge. Dude, I know. And like, brother, that makes me so nauseous. And then when they get asked about it in post, like, oh, I didn't know what had actually happened. Like, if I had known that, it's like, yeah, but you still wrote the letters. Like, maybe you shouldn't write a letter for somebody trying to get them like exonerated from the thing that they've done without having an idea of what's actually happened. It is crazy, dude. Like, you know, I've known people in real life who have been outed for doing terrible things, and like, you know, you can support your friend while also trying to get them to like to have repercussions for the things that they've done. You know what I mean? Like, it's possible to do both. Dude, I want to love Patton Oswalt, but I know what you mean. He's been through a lot of weird stuff and he's had a lot of issues, and like, but like, I know what you mean. It's definitely an odd thing. Enough money can't push a big pile of dirt under a rug. It's crazy. Yeah, dude, Jesse Lacey's was like grooming young girls or something. You'd have to go and listen for all these things that I talk about on here. Like, a lot of them are just the conclusions that I came to years ago and have just squirreled them away, and I don't even know all the facts anymore. So like, go and look for yourself and like do your own research and come to your own conclusions about things. I'm not the kind of person who's going to call you a bad person for listening to Brand New. Like, I do not care what other people do. I don't care how you view the world. Like, it does not matter to me that much. Like, you know, live your life, do your things, but like, you know, come to your own conclusions. Don't just take my word for it on things. Yeah, I can't separate the artist from the art either. I tried a long time ago. I would try, but dude, it just pops into my brain. Like, Baby Driver came out, and I loved that movie, and then those things came out about Kevin Spacey, and I couldn't get through it after that. You know, dude, I feel so bad for Drake from Drake and Josh too. Like, you know. And especially, like, because the girl who said that he had been grooming her, like, it turned out that all that was false. They did, like, investigations into it, and it turned out that none of that was true. And, like, just imagining what it must have been like for him to go through that, and, like, the reliving of the trauma that it must have been for him. Like, his life must have been so difficult, man. Like, I mean, just living inside of his brain must be terrible. I hope that he's happy, and I hope that he gets to continue to be happy and, like, relive some of that. It's just him eating spaghetti. Dude, Will Smith fell off so hard. I used to love Will Smith. I love Fresh Prince. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. And, like, his most recent song, man, just, like, at the beginning of that music video when he's talking about, you know, like, just talking about the lines in this way that was so cringy, just being so hyped on his own shit, like, just gave me bad vibes, man. Like, really bad vibes. Because he didn't have the money to fight it. That's why he pled guilty. It was like the whole reason for it, apparently. You know, it cost like a ton of money, and he was already going through like bankruptcy at the time and all that. Like, you know, he just like legitimately didn't have the resources to fight those. But then, like, once the investigation was done, it was all found out to be false. It's so sad. Dude, I would love to watch that Amanda Bynes documentary. I think about her once in a while. Like, that was Amanda's show was so huge when I was a kid. I just like, and like I know she's had a lot of problems too. Hollywood is such a weird thing. Failed CIA operation, perhaps. Hollywood is built on like occult beliefs and things like that, right? Like the people who moved out to California, a lot of them were moving out there to like practice pagan religions and things, and so that state is like sort of built on that kind of stuff. It's really peculiar what's going on out there in Hollywood. I'm a bit of a tinfoil hat person once in a while, and like I've just seen too much evidence about stuff that like is true that it makes you start to question all the other things. And yeah, that Hollywood stuff is wild, dude. No more ironic idols because everyone is getting caught up these days. Yeah, 100%, dude. Like, you have to be really careful about the people that you like. You know what I mean? Like, Henry Rollins has been one of my favorite people forever, and that guy has done some. I'm not anything to like that degree, but like he's been rude to people and things, and I have issues with Henry Rollins too. It's really hard to have heroes. You know what I mean? Like it's really hard to find the right people. I heard Asmund say it one time, but like the guy that you should, the male role model you should have is Aragorn, and I was like, yeah, dude, that's the one. No, better deal with this now while they're safe in the palace. Do you know how many bandits there are? 4 in total. Right, we can work with that. You get out there and point them out. With them being disguised, you'll need to keep a close eye out for any guard who looks or acts differently to the others. Don't go too far. If the bandits intend to attack the delegation, they'll either be here in the square or on the eastern road between the square and the bank. Return to me once you found all 4, and we'll make them all at the same time. All right, I'll get to it. Okay. How do I do this? Like I said, I've done this quest one time. Can I talk to them? How do I tell what they're different? Is it like the armor? Well, that one's not wearing a helmet. I'm just going to go to Varlamore and do some stuff. I'll probably do some quests at some point too. He was really mean to Nardwar. And how people treat Nardwar is one of the things that like really defines how I feel about you, for sure. Yeah, no trading. If people do trade me, I just like squirrel it away, and I'm planning on doing a drop party with all that stuff at some point. But yeah, no trading. No, this is not my main account. Yeah, Kanye's another good one, dude. Like, I do enjoy Kanye's music. Like, I think that as far as like creation goes, like he's really good at making things, and I think he's a very interesting artist. But like, yeah, I do just like have issues with him now. This I don't feel like this is right. I don't know what I'm doing here as far as like how to mark these or which guards to pick. That one looks normal. That one looks normal. This one's not wearing a helmet, so that's the only reason I marked them. That one's wearing like, no, they're wearing the same pants. I don't know. This one's wielding a mace. So I want to mark him. Let's take a look at the guards so we can just see like what they have on. Still helm, no exposed chain body. Yeah, no, I definitely, I could see that a lot. I mean, it's like a lot of things are propaganda machines, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like to a lot of people, this guy is obviously scummy. To a lot of people, I think that like talking about these things gives them like oh, so you're like one of those people who believe in all these crazy. It's like, no, I don't believe in crazy things. I think I believe in totally sane things. And like, I don't like say that is for sure what's going on, but like there's a very clear narrative in American media that like America is a great place and it's number one and it's the best place in the world and everything. And just like, I don't know how true all that is, like I think there's a lot of problems that America has caused over the years, and like, and I often think too, like the government's a weird thing because we think of the government as being just like this president at the top, and then like the branches of the government off to the sides, and like Congress and all those things and all these elected officials. But the government is this huge body of employees that are out there in the world, and they're all vying for power inside of the system, right? The CIA, the FBI, the military. Like there's all these different wings of the government that are individual from each other, and while they all have the common goal of like keeping our country safe and like furthering our prosperity, the ways that they go about that are absolutely insane. I mean, like, I think sometimes about how the military, like, my friend Jacob told me this the other day. He said, you know who has the number one, or like, you know what the number 1 and 2 largest air force in the world are? The number 1 is American's Air Force, and the number 2 largest air force in the world is America's Navy. And I was like, dude, that is wild. It's nuts, dude. It really is. Like, our power level as a country, like, cannot be overstated, honestly. It is yet to achieve many other great things. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I don't know if I completely agree that it has yet to achieve many other great things, because in general, like, America definitely has, like, America has some benefits to it for sure. Living here is a blessing in a lot of ways, but like, we definitely do some things that are majorly sus for sure. Yeah, totally, Kit. I believe the same thing too. Like, honestly, like, the BBC News is like a pretty decent place to get your news from. And then like, also just watching the way that the world views America is a very interesting thing too. Did I get the right people? Are you the one who caught these would-be assassins? That's right. Well, then why don't you and I ask this one a few little questions? You don't mind, do you, Sergeant? Not at all, but excellent. Let's get started then. Cool, let's do this. The social animal? What's it about? Dude, no, 100% Lane. I mean, I have made the conversation before, and I've like talked about this. This is such an interesting thing. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts about this. So like, I feel like the celebrities of the day, like the people who are in movies and TV and all that, they are unbelievably famous, like to a level that you can't even believe. They can't walk outside without being recognized. Like, if they walk around downtown anywhere, people are going to know who they are. But they are so oddly not good at actually talking to a camera or like being a unique individual or any of those things. Like streamers, YouTubers, these weird like new media celebrities that are coming up that have significantly less of a following. Like Asmon is probably, you know, one of the bigger people in the world. And as far as like, you know, take away Logan Paul, take away Mr. Beast, take away all those people who are like that next level of giant celebrity. Like Asmon is probably like the biggest streamer in the world currently. And like that man can walk around most cities and probably never get recognized. Like, it's such an odd thing, the way that these people are like put into these positions because of the type of media that they go out for. Like, acting in a movie just makes you a different kind of famous, but it doesn't actually necessitate a skill set that like involves you being a unique or good individual. Like, acting in general is a skill set that makes you like pretend to be somebody else, and it's just about how convincing you are about pretending to be somebody else, not about being yourself. Super Patriot Phenomena Act. I don't, or if it's phenomena, I don't even know what that means. I would love to hear more about that. Some of these late night talk shows have hosts have 100 million plus followers on Twitter. That's more than a lot of countries. That's a lot of power to hold. They have to have some kind of grips on them. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Like it doesn't make any sense to me, genuinely. Like, I'm so confused by like the old media as a thing. It just seems fake to me. It seems like things are put there for a reason almost. What's the best movie I've seen this year? I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of movies this year. The best movie I've seen in the past few years was like The Batman. Like, I think that was one of the best ones that I'd seen in a long time. Almost 50 years and a powerful interest in the field of countless students across the U.S. and the world. I'll have to check that out. In some countries, actors weren't allowed to make a testimony in court because they were considered professional liars. Dude, that's nutso. Neil Salt, to you, Iknami. I hear you managed to get yourself into a spot to bother. I'm not telling you anything. Tetamo, such a shame. No matter, though. We'll have you talking in no time. Now you'll need to forgive me, but I'm a bit new around here, so your customs are not familiar to me. Tell me, Iknami, what's the preferred method of interrogation in these parts?
You're asking me how you should interrogate me? Well, it just seemed polite to ask. We have all sorts of fun methods back home in Varlamore. We could give one or two of them a go if you want. If I want? Absolutely. Now, what are your thoughts on chicken? Chicken? Oh, new player, do you have chicken? Do you not have chickens here? Sorry, again, all this is quite new to me. Yes, we have chickens. The farms around here have loads. Well then, why the confusion? Have you never seen one before? Oh, you poor sheltered thing. Did your parents never show you the wonders of the countryside? What is going on here? I know what a chicken is. Well, then why didn't you say so? I don't know what game you're playing, but it won't work on me. No game at all economy. The reason I asked is because one of our preferred methods of Varlamore involves just a small amount of fire that you'd never believe it, but the smell of human flesh once it gets going. You're going to cook me? Cook? No, not at all. That would imply I'm going to eat you, and I'm not a barbarian, though it would be interesting to know if it tastes like chicken as well. All right, enough. I'll tell you what you want. Cool. So, who are you working for? I don't know their name. They just paid us to attack the delegation. They didn't look to be around or from around here. I reckon it was one of your lot. Why did they want you to attack the delegation? They didn't say, but that priest, he was the target. So, if Varlamore paid you to assassinate the Teocon, you're not giving me much to go on. That's all I know. Well, I think we're done here. Come, new player. Cool. What is my favorite conspiracy theory? Probably that we're seeded by aliens, like in general, and that like the world, like the government knows that like this is all a play that's being put on by like people of power to sort of watch what's happening with us, and that like society is a created and constructed thing that was put here on purpose. I don't really believe it, but it's probably my favorite one to pontificate in my brain, and it's the one that makes me like feel something about something. You know what I mean? Like that's the one that I think about the most. Birds aren't real is the funniest one for sure. I for a long time, Tiff would make that joke to me all the time. It has insights with implications for economics and politics, as well as our own self-knowledge. There are companion books that talk about the experiments further. What kind of experiments? I've read that. I've not taken social psychology. I've watched an open course on human sociobiology with psychology is such an interesting thing, man. Like when I was younger, I was way more into psychology in general, and like I really like thought about studying it. My first major that I tried to take on in college was psychology, but I like hated all the professors in that program, so I ended up not doing it. But like I feel like I'm a pretty good armchair psychologist to a degree. We're just a giant terrarium. Yeah, dude. I could totally see that being the truth. You know what I mean? Like I was having a conversation with someone the other day about what's it called, simulation theory, and they were like, "Man, I hope one day I just like wake up and have the plug pulled out of my brain and this is all the Matrix or whatever." And I was like, I think it's worse than that, man. I think that the simulation, like there is no like other body that you're attached to. This is real, but this is a simulation. Like it was put together by something that like creates these things and puts us in these weird situations. Like that's the thing that I think about simulation theory. The conspiracy theory iceberg. Yeah, I wouldn't mind looking into that. That's definitely an interesting one. I've gone too deep down the conspiracy theory road before. When I was streaming like in 2019, I ended up talking to a whole bunch of people at one point in time that believed that they had like traced their lineage back to like ancient history, and they had read all these books, and they had like, and they were like related to royalty and stuff, and just like all these wild things, dude. They like knew the truth about everything, and just like it was really, really strange, man. Oh, that's wild, dude. People are very removed from suffering that they don't feel is real. You know what I mean? Like, people feel like something on the other side of a screen or on the other side of glass is a fake thing that is like a play for them to watch. It's very interesting how quickly people can dissociate from the feelings of another human being. Bro, the like weird anti-Semitic hatred for Jews that still runs so deeply in the world is absolutely nuts, dude. Like, I don't want to get too deep into politics, but I'll just say this real quick. Like, the thing that's going on in the Middle East between Palestine and Israel is like a terrible thing for both sides. Like they both have individual people and civilians who are being killed in like terrible ways, and war is a brutal, terrible thing. And the way that people like on both sides of that equation will have sympathy for only one group of people shows me a lot about the way that they feel on the inside about different races. Like it's a very odd thing to me that they don't see certain groups of people as people. They see them as like enemy, and I think that's really a terrible thing to think. When QAnon popped off, dude, I lost some people to QAnon too. I lost some people to Flat Earth, honestly. Like, the Flat Earth thing is wild, bro. I know people who, like, unironically will be like, the Earth is flat, dude. Like, you know, I don't know, man. Like, it's pretty. And I'm like, dude, okay. Well, like, I can prove to you that the Earth isn't flat very quickly. You know what I mean? Like, you can take two sticks and you can cast a shadow from one, and you can use an equation to like measure the length of that stick based on the length of the shadow. You know what I mean? And like, you can only do that on spherical planes. Like, if you take a flat piece of paper and shine a light on it, you can't do that same equation. But if you take a ball and you shine a light on it with a stick coming out of it, like, you can measure the shadow and like use the equation that proves that the Earth is round. It proves it. It proves it. It literally proves it. You can't do it otherwise. It's wild, dude. Dude, yeah, the psychologist thing is a trip, man. I was in therapy for a brief stint of time, and like, it's so hard for me to do therapy because I start thinking all these kinds of weird things about the people who are like giving me therapy, and like, I start, you know, trying to people please, and it's really, really difficult, man. Psychology's a whole mess, dude. Like, it's such a pseudoscience, but one that works in a lot of cases. Like, psychology's a really good thing, and it is very true. There is a lot of like fact behind what's going on, but also a lot of it is like, it works because we think it works. So it's an odd thing. Like, it's sort of like voodoo in some kinds of ways. If doing the test alone, they shocked less someone in a lab coat was in the room, they would shock higher. And if they were in military suits, even more so. And if, wow, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, I have that sort of feeling as well, Lane. Like, the older I get, the more I feel that there's probably intelligent design in the universe, but I don't know to what degree it is, and I don't like believe in any like specific religion or anything. Like, I feel like it's like intelligent design with an artifact of chaos built into it. But like, it's, you know, writing computer code like made me realize, like, oh, the world is written in computer code. This is wild. QAnon, blue and on flat Earth, dude. It's so difficult. While dropping the QAnon shit. Yeah, dude. I really thought my stepdad was going to get into QAnon there for a while, but he's too smart for all that. Like, my stepdad has revealed himself to be one of the most intelligent people in my life recently. And when I was younger, I had no idea because he was just like, yeah, you can see the curvature of the Earth. Yeah, dude. But they have a reason for that, dude. You know, like, they, like, flat Earth people, like, they just think about it way more than I do. So they have so much better arguments for it than I do. But yeah, dude, like, my stepdad, like, when I was younger, he was just working all the time, so I never really got to have deep conversations with him about anything. But as an adult, my stepdad is so like even keel and intelligent, and like, you know, just really aware of the things that are going on in the world. And he's just he's gotten to an age at this point. My stepdad's pushing 70 now, and he was just like, what can you do about it, man? Like, you just live in this world, and you have very little power or agency over anyone but yourself. So, like, what can you do but just observe and just deal with the way things are? And I was like, jeez, dude, yeah. Never thought I would have heard you say that, but totally. Yeah, flat earthers always have a count. It's really bad, dude. I talk with my therapist about how I feel like they pretend to care about it because it's their job. Yeah, dude, that meme of like, just so you know, I don't actually care about any of your problems. Thanks for revealing just how shitty of a person you are. What did they say to that, Barty? Had a big philosophical discussion about empathy. Dude, I think that my version of empathy is wrong sometimes. You know, like, I feel like I don't do it right. I feel like I'm lying about empathy to some degree. I've like convinced myself that I have empathy when I don't actually. It's really odd. Yeah, I agree, Steve. 100%, dude. Yeah, I gotta click. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. Yeah, I have the opposite feeling, Steve. Like, whenever things aren't going well, I blame myself. Like, that's just the way I was like kind of raised, to be completely honest. Sounds like there'll be some work to do when we get back home, especially to the Teokan of Relos concerning stuff. First up, though, I better get back. New player, once you've got these papers signed, you lot will be free to travel to Varlamore for the first time. No more needing explicit permission. You can come and go as you please. Now, it's entirely up to you, of course, but given we have you to thank for stopping this plot, I'd be very keen if you join me in Varlamore and continuing on the investigation. I need to decide now, but if you do wish to accept my offer, just speak to Regulus Sento outside the eastern gates of the city. Cool, so I can go to Varlamore now. Now, they'll be missing me downstairs to Mova and made the light your way. Cool, okay. Often when people... Yeah, I mean, you know, people are very aggressive towards other human beings in general. Like, people really like lash out. And I don't even know if it's because they believe that other people are like the problem, or if it's just easier to do that in those moments because you're feeling so down and just like negative emotions come out of you anyways. Hey Solo, how you doing, man? I'm doing good. What have you been up to? Not feeling like I care about your feelings. Dude, yeah, I feel the same way. Like, it's not that I do care about other people's feelings, but I only care about other people's feelings through, like, my own self-actualization. Like, I can only care about other people's feelings by imagining myself, like, inside of them, and I feel like that's, like, way too me-focused in order for it to be empathy. Like, I should be able to, like, accept that other people are, like, as much of a real person as me without me having to try to put myself in their shoes. Yeah, I feel the same way, Kit. I think that I definitely have like a look on the world that is kind of dangerous for a lot of people. Am I you? No, I don't think so, but I think we are all a lot alike, you know? I don't know if you guys watched Asmon's newest video today talking about, like, he said, like, why I've lived like an animal or whatever, and it was so... It made me understand why I like Asmon, you know what I mean? Like, it really put it back into perspective of why I like that guy so much, because, like, he's experienced things a lot the same way that I have. He's gotten to a different place than I have, obviously, but, like, I understand his plea a lot. Solipsism. I have, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Can you give me a quick rundown of it? This will be an interesting report to write, and on that note, I'd best get to it. Maybe I should react to that Asmon video. I didn't even think about that, dude. Like, I didn't even remotely consider reacting to that video. Maybe I will at some point. Did Jeffrey Epstein hang himself? Oh, probably not, dude. I can't imagine it would be that convenient. Yeah, I think that the high intelligence thing is an odd thing, because, like, for a long time I wasn't convinced that I was, like, even a regularly smart person, like, whatsoever. And, like, because, like, living life through your own eyes, like, you just see all the dumb shit that you do constantly, so it's, like, hard for you to, like... And sometimes I wonder if I'm actually smart, or if I just have more free time than other people do. So, like, I've just had more time to learn and educate myself and all those things. But, like, yeah, I definitely sometimes, like, have interesting conversations with people where, like, they just can't even conceptualize seeing my point of view. Like, they can't figure out how they would go about, like, understanding what it is that I'm talking about, or, like, trying to see it from my... They just become angry with me because I have a different opinion than them. And that's always, like, a really odd thing, for sure. I don't know. You know, like, it's so difficult to know if I'm actually intelligent or if I'm just, like, really dumb, you know? like which way it actually goes. Where's this person I need to talk to? Sit on the East Gate, right? Yeah, I mean, Epstein got his money from somewhere, and I have no idea where it came from. Yeah, I feel the same way, Kit. Like, yeah, I also tested well on IQ tests. It's like, who freaking knows, dude? I feel so dumb sometimes. Solipsism is the philosophical idea that only one's mind is sure to exist. Everything outside one's own consciousness, such as the people or the world, may be an illusion created by the mind. Totally, could see it. Who knows? High-functioning autism. I've been told by a couple of mental health professionals that I'm probably on the spectrum, but I have no idea. I don't know what it, you know, like, autism is such an odd thing, because I've definitely met autistic people who are, like, really affected by it, and, like, it's hard to believe that you're, like, similar to that, you know? I also believe that I probably have some kind of ADHD. I have a really hard time paying attention or focusing to anything. Like, I'm actually, like, trying to get in and get tested for ADHD, because it's affecting my life in such a bad way lately that I feel like I need to have some help with it. But, like, you know, and I have a hard time maintaining relationships and doing all that stuff. Like, there's a lot of things that I feel like if you put me in front of a test, you would come out with, like, one of these diagnoses, but I still don't know if that's, like, telling the true, like piece of it all. You know what I mean? But I also don't know if like if the conversation is the okay, so whenever I think of a mental disorder, for a long time I thought of like a medical diagnosis that somebody had, and it was like a you know, like Down syndrome or something, like a physical thing that affects you. And I thought like, oh yeah, but like I just can't maintain relationships because like I'm like kind of a loner, or like I don't like to get close to people, or like all of these things and all that kind of stuff. And I'm wondering if like as an adult now looking back on that, if I'm like, oh, that's what that is though. Like it's the description of this disorder that is like a way of behaving that is abnormal, and that's what I'm experiencing. You know, I have no idea. Like I'm not a medical or a mental health professional, so I just have no idea. If my brain doesn't want to learn something, it won't either, dude. Right in front of you, then right, or not. Okay, entrance right in front of me, and then right. Okay, so like over here. No, hold on. That's the guard. Over here, maybe. Right here. Okay, we got it. Yeah, I could definitely see it, dude. Like, I really could. My friend the other day literally was like, I was like, so like, do you think you're on the spectrum? And he said, dude, I memorized the league patch notes. Of course I'm on the spectrum. And I was like, yeah, fair enough, bro. Is that people conflate being super high intelligence with being high functioning autism too much. You can be high functioning autistic, but that doesn't always equal truth, and people glaze over that a bit. Yeah, I kind of feel that too, and I also feel like on the reverse side of that, like people only recognize mental disorders in people who have really low levels of intelligence. You know what I mean? Like if someone's intelligent, they just like write off everything as being like kind of quirky. So it's like both ways. I'm in class tomorrow. That's like my first day of classes. If this game came out today, it would be a 1 out of 10. It's okay, man. This is a good game, bro. I think this game would actually do really well if it came out today. Like, I think people would still definitely play it. It's just, like, totally different. Mason old school RuneScape used to be in RuneScape 3. Of course I won't. Yeah, totally, dude. Yeah, man. He really, you know, I love when people have just like cut and dry perspectives on things like that. It always cracks me up, and like, because I overthink things to death. I really do, and I try to put things together that like may or may not be there, and I try to anything that I want, anything that I think might be true in the back of my head, I try to disprove it to myself, and anything that I think isn't true, I try to prove it to myself. It's madness, dude. It's a crazy way of behaving. I also feel like people with lower IQ are happier overall. 100%, dude. I think about that sometimes, man. I think about people who like this is an odd thing to say, but I think about the people who go live like as a streamer for the first time ever, and they have like terrible quality video, and they like say nothing, and they're playing a game that nobody cares about, and they just don't understand anything about the meta, and they like think that they're going to become famous off of it, and they're really excited to be doing it. Like I've seen people do this in my area around me, you know, like the people local to me who like have seen me streaming and stuff, and they're like, I'm gonna go live and like come and hang out, and then they're like sitting there like one viewer saying nothing, playing Call of Duty, and like I always think to myself like, man, it must be so good to like not think of all the things that are wrong with what you're doing and like obsess over fixing them. You know what I mean? 100%, Jack. That's a great way to put it. Yeah, dude, I'm too much in the conversation. It's just a backdrop for the podcast, honestly. A 60,000 truck. He works 2 days a week. He's happy as a pig and 23% interest rate. Oh my god, dude, I would have a panic attack. All I think about every single day is the fact that I'm in debt, dude. You know, like I'm constantly scheming for a way to get out of debt. Yeah, I feel that, Barty. In middle school, I was really targeted as being like the weird kid for sure. And then in high school, like I somehow popped into being like not popular by any stretch of imagination. The kids who other people felt like were popular liked me though for some reason. So it sort of kept me safe from bullying at that point. Like there was this really tall like redneck kid who really liked me in high school. Like he sat next to me. I was wearing skinny jeans and like a pea coat and like a scarf and everything. And he sat next to me in a class first thing in the morning, and I thought he was going to like say something rude to me or bully me or call me like the F slur or something. And he puts his arm around me and he goes, dude, I love the way you dress. What's your name? And just like we became friends, and then no one messed with me ever again. It was so lucky, dude. So lucky. It will go away at some point, you know, like after like 12 years or whatever.
You didn't talk until you were 15 publicly and don't shut up low. Dude, I feel that, man. I was a loudmouth always. That was my big problem, honestly. I invited too much attention to myself, really. Yeah, I do not believe in ruining other people's delusions. Like, I just don't. I fundamentally don't believe in ruining other people's delusions. I think it's okay for them to just, like, live in that world that they want to live in, and I just can let them go and not have to worry about it. Check out the trailer for that Dark Grimoire game. Oh, dude, I would love to. That sounds really, really cool. I don't know if you guys have heard this Dark Grimoire game. David mentioned it to me last night when I was on stream, but he said that it's like single-player RuneScape. I would really love to see that. Less like that now and speak your mind. I'm trying to be more like that, but it's difficult. A bunch of frequent flyers begging us to subscribe. Dude, it's such an odd thing seeing people who, like, are trying to guilt their friends into liking their content. Like, dude, why aren't you commenting on my videos? I see this, like, locally. People be like, why don't you local people to me, like, why aren't you liking and commenting on my videos? It's like, because if you're going to get anything out of this, dude, like, it's not going to come from us. Like, people are not going to support you who don't actually feel some kind of way about you, and you have to figure out how to make those people feel that way about you. It's not their responsibility to make your dreams come true. Yeah, I'm the same way, Barty. I feel way younger than I actually am. No worries, dude. No worries at all. 35 is still young. We have equally as long as we've been alive to be alive again, plus some extra time, and also we don't have to do that bullshit first 18 years ever again. Just goes one of the kids. Oh, man. Yeah, let it die with you, dude. Dude, school debt is ridiculous. 3 minutes because he wasn't able to play and stream at the same time. Dude, that's crazy, dude. I've been there. I've been that guy. I was obsessed with becoming popular on the internet for a long time. I've sort of, like, let it go at this point. In fact, like, when I started making videos again, it was literally just me being, like, crazy and just being like, I want to make videos, not because I was trying to get popular. Like, I had given up on that idea for a long time. And then, like, that's when people started watching me stream and stuff like that. It's really odd. Yeah, I've heard Philly people are, like, really mean, dude. I've been to Pittsburgh, and they were pretty mean there, too. It's odd, isn't it, bro? Okay, excellent. Now I know Prince is very keen to meet with you once we reach the capital, so he's sending Tolis twins to greet you on arrival. I'll be sure to point them out once you arrive there. Cool. I just want to walk around, dude. So ready for your first journey on Varlamore. Let's do it, dude. Why not? I got runes with me. I can teleport back, I'm sure. Karani, we will depart at once. Cool. Dude, I also simultaneously took a kid and an old man. 100%, Roy. That's a great way to put it, man. Wisdom is being able to stay young, but using your experience not to fuck up so much. 100%, dude. 100%. Yeah, dude, I would definitely. I don't know, man. I don't know if anything would change if I would go back and do the 18 years. If I had to have the body and brain of a 15-year-old, I would still be an idiot because the chemicals are so strong, man. We don't care. Oh, man, that's funny. This is my first time in Varlamore, yes, sir. Okay, well, here we are. Welcome to the Fortress. It's beautiful. I'm glad you think so. Now, I'm sure you're keen to get exploring, but Prince Itzla is very keen to meet with you first. You mentioned he'd be sending some people to meet with me. Yes, the Tolis twins. That's them there just to the west, by the stairs, up to the palace. Why don't you head on over and introduce yourself? Sure. I feel like this is going to put me on a quest. Over here? These guys? No. These guys? No. These guys? No. This guy? Tourist? These tourists? No. Citizen? Hold on. West, he said. I'm an idiot. Hey, Barty, like, I'm happy to have you guys share, man. You know, I try to do my best to interact, too. Like I said, I gotta play the game at some point, but, like, I feel you, man. You know, like, it is so hard to talk to people who actually know about, like, what's going on in the world or like, can talk about anything deeper than just the surface level stuff. And especially, like, you know, in real life, it's much harder to have these kinds of conversations with people because you have to know what's going on with them and you have to, like, you have to know their personality type, and it's really hard to get to the deep places with people. But online, it's very easy because, like, you can just disappear, and if you say something that you don't like, you don't have to really own up to it. So it's very simple to, like, get out there and be yourself. And I'm like, I love that, man.
good for you for having the confidence to like share about yourself. It's super important, man. You know, it's really good to be able to be you. Being you is the most important thing that you can do, genuinely. I often think that like being as comfortable being yourself as possible and not worrying about the other stuff is what makes you like the stronger person. I did not go to my 10-year high school reunion. Run south of the pond. You been waiting for my reaction to this place? I am still playing Guild Wars 2. Yes, sir. Hey, thanks, Santa. I appreciate that. Yeah, dude. I plan on streaming a lot more. Like I'm back in the zone. Like I'm awake at nighttime some more again, which is like good for me streaming. So, because it like, gets to night and then I don't know what to do with myself, so I just end up streaming. Run south of the pond. Let me run south of the pond real quick. This area is wild, dude. It almost... So, I didn't want to come to Varlamore for a long time because Varlamore reminds me a lot of, what's the place, dude? It's on, Karamja. It's like right next to Karamja. Why can't I... Dude, my brain is, like, falling apart at this point in my life. But it reminds me of that area with, like, the forests and everything and the snakes and the poisonous spiders and all that. And, like, I just hated that area as a kid. And so, like, this place definitely reminds me a lot of it. And so I was worried that I wouldn't like it. So I'm excited to see if I do actually end up liking it or not. Hey, what's up, Jay? How you doing, man? Ooh, ESO's half off right now? I should have picked that game up. Hey, well, good job, Barty. You're doing great, man. Honestly, like, you run the clan super well, man. My fiber install got delayed because of the hurricane, too, dude. Get yourself into a Vindictus addiction for the first time. I'm excited to play that Brimhaven. Thank you. Gee whiz. Hey, Austin, what's up? I do have a Discord. It's in the description down below. Is more of a savanna, not a jungle. Ooh. Ooh. That sounds cool. Where's this pond that people are talking about? Like right here? Hey, James, what's up, dude? Nice to see you, man. I'm sure you're about to go to sleep, but it's nice to hear from you, dude. I hope you've been doing well. Any luck on the job hunt? My favorite overdrive pedal? I really like the Soul Food, but it only works on certain amps. But the Electroharmonic Soul Food is like one of the best pedals you can buy for under $100. It sounds amazing. The frog voice. Is this the quest that's about the frogs, dude? Hold on. Do we just give you period fat ads? I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. They do not know who you are yet. Like, all of my people don't know, or all of my, all the advertisement agencies don't know, like, who I am yet and what my people like, so it's very interesting. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. The frogs. What? I'm not with the frogs. What are you on about, bro? I see. So you are going to play dumb, are you? Well, I won't fall for your lies. I promise I have no idea what you're on about. If you explain, maybe I can help you. It's those frogs on the other side of the oasis. They're out to get us. All of us. If someone doesn't kill them all, we'll be living our lives as their slaves. I see. How about I head over there and take a look? You want to go near them? Well, then you're a fool. I'll watch from a safe distance as they dine on your corpse. Okay, then. Well, provided that doesn't happen, I'll be back shortly to show you what I found. Dude, this guy is nuts, bro. Capybaras. You guys ever see capybara photos in real life? They're so cute. Dude, I remember downloading in kilobytes too. I remember having 200 kbps download speed. That was wild. That was the max. So what's going on with these frogs? This quest is on brand for the conspiracy stream. Sorry that I've taken us into the conspiracy stream. A rather large frog. Thanks, dude. Really helpful. Snake. A snake. Snake. He's a Nay. I can talk to the frog? Okay. Dude, if these frogs are actually dangerous, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing here, dude. I can't help it. Hang on, you can talk? Well, of course we can talk, silly. Why wouldn't we be able to? Okay, guys, I just put something into words that I thought you guys might want to hear, right? Everyone always asks me what's the difference between the people who play Guild Wars 2 and the people who play, like, RuneScape, and I finally have it. Guild Wars 2 people only want to talk about Guild Wars 2. RuneScape people want to talk about everything. That's the difference. I think I would be Jedi. I think I would be too self-aware to think the Sith have anything to offer me. Like I think I would be Jedi. And like not because I'm like a pure good person, but just because like I see through the lies of the Sith, you know? Getting my armor out of the bank? Really? Okay. Okay. Well, of course we can talk, silly. Why wouldn't we be able to? Because you're frogs, bro. We live in a world where giant lizards with wings fly around and expel highly combustible fluids from their throats, but you never considered a frog to talk? When you put it like that. We have precedents for frogs talking, too. Like the queen's consort, you know, the frog queen or whatever, the frog princess. That girl talks. Well, we've established our remarkable linguistic capabilities. How about some introduction? I'm Sue, and this is Gary. Over there you have Dave and Jane. Good old Mr. Lonesome over there is Cuthbert. Cuthbert? Pleased to meet you. I'm new player. Well, new player, what can we do for you? Well, there's a guy over there that thinks you're all evil. Evil? We're not evil. We're just on strike. What? We're on strike. Fair work requires fair treatment. We've had enough of his nonsense. Oh my gosh. I get what's going on here. That's incredible, dude. That dude is like trying to treat the frogs poorly. When he says they're going to be living under his regime, he means like it's like capitalism is what's going on. They are the omnivores of gaming. I agree. The other people aren't, though, for sure. We're just cooler. There's definitely good things about you guys, for sure, dude. You guys are very cool. I agree. Divine, you are. I agree that there are some people who I've met. The people who came to my stream early from Guild Wars 2 play other games as well. The people who have come like in the masses are Guild Wars junkies, brother. I'll be here, Austin. Be safe. Be safe out there, Dabada. But what do you do? What are you striking from? Oh, well, I can't really remember. It's been so long that I've gotten totally forgotten. Hey, Gary, why are we on strike? No idea. I've been on strike my whole life, just like my pa and his pa before him. At this point, it's kind of a family tradition. I know it's because of him, though. That monster spends every day mistreating us. When did he do this, dude? This must have been decades ago. If he ever wants us to see any work from us, he needs to start showing us some basic respect. Too right, Gary, too right. What reason does he have for thinking we're evil anyway? He's one of them capitalists, isn't he? They see a worker demanding fair rights and they go loopy. Can't have anything getting in the way of their profit margins. Actually, he never mentioned anything about work. He seems to think you're out to overthrow humanity. Overthrow humanity? What a load of nonsense. We love humans. Gary here had one as a pet once. Oh, those are the days. I always loved my Sentia. Such a shame about the accident. It wasn't your fault, Gary. It wasn't your fault. Anyway, if this chap thinks we're fine to overthrow humanity, what's he planning to do about it? I'm not too sure. He did mention at one point something about killing you all. He wants to what? He wants to kill us? Well, no, I think we should overthrow humanity. No. Bro, we're the reason. We always cause all the problems in this game, bro. They do tend to be passionate. I agree. Bro, I'll hit up Dark and Darker Dungeons whenever you guys want to. Just, like, tell me when and where to be there. Like, I feel like I've never seen this stuff. Just, like, make sure you send me a message. You have to get with me directly. It's so hard for me to keep track of everything, dude. I have so much stuff going on, guys. I'm falling apart. The daily grind's basically virtual chores. Yeah, 100%, dude. So we just hang out and we talk. It's like going to work in a restaurant where you're just like, oh, we might as well chat it up while we're here doing nothing. I can't imagine life expectancy for frogs that much either. Like 2 years, something like that, maybe. Pa before him, 6 years maybe in total. Yeah, if I get some Adderall indeed, dude. They give me my ADHD prescription. We've been treated like second-class citizens for too long. The revolution starts today. Oh, God. Am I going to fight these frogs right now? Wait, how about peace? Peace? Interesting. I suppose peace could be fun. There would need to be some assurances, though. Wouldn't want the guy going back on his word. I need to put it up top, actually. Right. Well, how about I go and ask him what conditions he'd be willing to accept? Well, that just sounds swell. Okay, I'll be back shortly. All right, guys. I'm going to go at the recommendation of James. I'm going to go grab my armor out of the bank at least. Yeah, that would be sick, dude. Let's do it. I also have no life, honestly. Like, right now I'm out like trying to make money during the days until my like school money comes through this month at some point. But like, besides that, dude, you tell me when and where, and we'll play some games, brother. I'd love to hang out. I'd love to play Dark and Darker. I've like haven't been on that game for about a week or so now, but like I'd love to play some. They literally just have the Solaire symbol. Okay, is there a bank here? I don't know why I assume that I just know where everything is in this town that I've never been to. This is a big city. Hey, we'll definitely do that, Saya. Dude, I am so far beyond... Wait, am I beyond... Yeah, I think I'm so far beyond Mithril Chain at some point. At this point, dude. Like, hold on. You're about to see some... You're about to have your mind blown, Lane. Check this out. I've got a Rune Med Helm. I have Rune Plate Legs. And I have a Mithril Body, dude. Check this out, brother. Look at how absolutely stacked I am now, my guy. What weapon do I use now? I got the Bear Knight Mace. And then, do I have a shield? What shield am I using? A Mithril Kite? Am I using a Mithril Kite? I didn't even think about this. I haven't even worried about getting a shield because I had the Dragonfire shield during Dragon Slayer. And then I can get a Strength Amulet. Bro, we're stacked now, brother. Bro, look at this. Look at the fat, extremely powerful weaponry that I have. Okay, then I need my combat boots. Let's just search. Let's go see what's up. Word, thank you, Andy. Appreciate that. Yeah, dude. Do you play a lot of old school RuneScape at all, Roy? Runes, like it's honestly really good. Yeah, we should definitely do that at some point, man. I'll get there, I promise. I'm back, fellas. I'm back playing this game a little bit. Frogs don't stand a chance, bro. I'm gonna smack them, dude. Dude, sometimes it's the way it is, Divine. Like, you know, people, listen, the gear in this game, honestly, like, it makes a difference, but, like, your stats are such a more important thing in this game. Like, you know, you don't notice a huge power creep in RuneScape until you're in, like, the high 80s, honestly. You can only play old school RuneScape during leagues. You're going to play in November then, Roy? I'm very excited about leagues this year. Like, very excited. What's the 3 moons? What's going on? Wait, what was I supposed to be doing anyways? Hold on. I should probably grab some food. Hold on. Where's the frog? What's this quest called again? Something about ribbit? The Ribboning Tail. Okay, here we go. I sort of Marcellus and who made claims. I talk despite Marcellus' claims. The frogs had no plans over 3 minutes. Such I convinced them to begin peace talks. I should return to Marcellus. Okay, cool. That's what I thought I had to do. That's Skelly Sap. Never. You guys want to see the J Beard? That's how we speedrun me quitting RuneScape. Maybe as we get a little bit further in the game, I do want to get some 99s at some point. Like I've only gotten 199 in my entire life, and it was fletching way back in the day. And like I wouldn't mind picking like whatever the easiest 99 is and just going for it. I could do like because it would be so easy for me to just do chat and just like stream for 12 hours a day for like 5 days in a row or something and get a 99. I feel like that would be pretty easy. I do use the arrow keys to move the camera. Yes, sir. I know that you can mouse click, but that's craziness, dude. Who would do that? Who would ever do that? I think I am going to try Throne and Liberty, Jay. I'm pretty sure it's free, right? So, like, I might as well, you know? Like, I wouldn't mind checking it out and seeing what's going on with it. I might stream it a little bit, too. We'll see what happens. The frogs didn't kill you. It would be bad on here, dude. What are you talking about? I can't use player-owned houses, dude. You choose agility? No way. You have better progression base ranks in the clan now. Can I should just hand over ownership to you, Barty, and then you can put me to where I actually deserve to be. That would be fun. Whatever bugs them. Wow, James, that's actually really good. I'm gonna hang on to that one and use that later. My IDE, I only use Visual Studio Code. That's what I use. All right, well, I had a chat with them, and they're open to engaging in some peace talks. Peace? The hypocrisy. After everything they've done, they think peace is an option? Absolutely not. Okay, but what exactly have they done that means peace isn't an option? Oh, well, ... Well, you know. No, I don't. They just... Yeah. You're froggus, dude. Look, I can't remember, but they just have done something. Titamo, I know, my brain. Yes, I'm starting to think where the problem lies. Well, yeah, dude, of course. They must have taken my brain. That's why I can't remember. You're telling me I want my brain back. So you want to negotiate in exchange for your brain. I'll negotiate with monsters. We gotta kill this guy. Let's just speed this whole thing up and just knock him over the head with a mace and drag him into the pond. Will you go tell them that I'll only negotiate with their leader? Okay, every day I find myself further questioning my life choices. Me too, dude. Fine, I'll go and ask them about their leader. We do get a lot of programmers here. The RuneScape brings in the programmers, dude. We all play this as we're doing other things. I think programming is one of the big things. Yeah, dude, if we could jump in together and like have a gang going into Dark and Darker over and over again, I think that game could really mess us up, honestly. S game would work as a single player RPG in terms of quest design and progression. David was telling me about a game that is kind of like that, but supposedly I haven't like looked too much into it myself yet, but I'm planning on watching the what's it called, the trailer for it. Jesus, dude. Am I dying? Is this what getting old is? Hello again. Have you found out what peace conditions the Grumpy Guts has? Sort of. He seems open to the idea of peace talks, but he will only negotiate with your leader. Do you have a leader? Oh, well, not really. Yeah. We're more about collective leadership. We did consider starting a union at one point, but Dave messed up the paperwork. But would you be interested in having a leader? Change to our political structure? That's quite the thing to undergo. Yes, especially in time of war. Still, maybe we need to mix things up. We've been saying for a while now that we've been stagnating. Perhaps this is just the thing we need. There would be an election, of course. You have a process for that sort of thing. Don't do first past the post. Oh no! They use first past the post, dude. What are the odds, bro? That's crazy. I'm sorry. I immediately like... That's nuts, bro. I care about election systems. This is Black Grimoire. There it is. Black Grimoire is the one. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry, guys. I had a little bit of a moment there. I can't believe that they describe first pass. It's the worst voting system where everyone votes based on a candidate's hopping capabilities. Oh, okay. So that's different. First past the post is where like the person who gets the most votes like is the winner. That like, you know, everybody's vote counts as one, and you dump them all into a bucket, and whoever gets the most votes like is the winner. You know, like that's what first past the post is, and it sucks. It's a bad way to vote. Like it's really bad, because what happens is that you make people like vote for candidates, and what you actually need to have is that you need to have like a system where you need a larger majority to win, and you have to distribute preferences. So you have people that like you have the best way to do a voting system, in my opinion, is that you fill out who your first choice is, you fill out who your second choice is, your third choice, and so far down the line until you come to a clear consensus of who the person that the most people actually want is. Misrepresentation. Great job, Steve. Extremely good job. It's a really terrible way of dividing people so that you can get a candidate to win who shouldn't actually be winning. Come again? Oh, it's all very simple. The candidates perform their finest hop, and everyone else votes on which they thought was the best. That one with the most votes wins. Okay, I see. Well, I don't. But for the sake of my sanity, let's say I do. Shall we call an election then? Sounds like a wonderful idea. There is just a small matter of Cuthbert. That's right. You see, while you were gone, we told the others about this whole killing us all business. Now, I must admit, emotions did run a bit high, especially for Cuthbert. Once he learns about the elections, he will almost definitely want to put himself forward, and I'm afraid he has little interest in peace. Oh, no, dude. The Frog War is coming. I mean, can you blame the guy? Cuthbert was once the leader of the Frogs for Humanity Society. The guy loved humans, but after what they did to his favorite plant, some wounds never heal. So you're saying, dude, the things that they care about are just different. So you're saying Cuthbert can win the election? The idea of rigging an election is one that fills my democracy-loving heart with terror, but yes, we will need to do that.
It's okay, dude. This is very politically minded. Distribute swords to passerbys. That could be a good one, Dino. I vote to be the guy who the stray sword gets distributed to. That would be my preference. I'm terrible at Dark and Darker, but I love the game, dude.
It's okay if we're the ones to do it, right? Not in the slightest, but I do love that positive attitude. Besides, the alternative is all-out war with humanity, which we very much need to avoid. So how do we ensure Cuthbert can win the election? The hop-off will see the candidates hop from the shore to a lily pad. Now, if Cuthbert lily pad had an unfortunate hole in it, okay, I guess I'm off to sabotage a lily pad. Just be careful of Dave and Jane. They're sticklers for the rules, I'm afraid. You can't let them see you. Bro, this is getting nuts. Which one's... That's Cuthbert. Okay. Okay, so the lily pads are over here. Dave and Jane are really close by. We have to figure out how to get them to not look. What if you guys weren't looking in this direction? Okay, they're not looking. Nope. Do I have to use these bugs, these flies somehow? This is definitely a word that would be used to describe the situation. Anyway, speaking of the election, I need to inspect the lily pads. No can do. We've got them all set up nicely. Can't be letting anyone mess things up, can we? Of course not, but don't you think it would be not wise for a third party just to give them a quick once-over? Besides, the two of you deserve a break. Well, I really could do with a bit of rest, not to mention the fact that I'm starving. So lily pads are our duty. It would be wrong of us to let someone touch them. Wiener. Good job, dude. You said you were hungry. Out of interest, what would you fancy? For when the election is out of the way, of course. Oh, I'd kill for a tasty orange. There's some oranges around. I think we just eat flies. We do, and we love them, but sometimes you find that you've just had enough flies of fancy something more exotic. Where do you get your oranges? They grow in the trees around here. This one right next to us, from time to time, an orange will fall off, but the really good ones are up on the top. Okay. Shame we can't reach those ones. Okay, let's... Oh, we can chop it down, so I need an axe. Okay, let's go get an axe. Let's chop down this orange tree. Let's chop down their only source of food. What's up, chewing ass? That's the worst name, bro. The irony of the blue frog on the left, dude. That's wild. This is very set up on purpose for sure. They're very intelligent about what they're doing here. Capybara distraction. We'll have to see what happens. Starting the Frog War Classic RS Adventure. This is going to go very far. Let's find out what the heck is going on here, dude. I'm assuming I have to chop down that tree and then, like, I can get the oranges from it. I can't believe that I can't just pick one, though. You can pick from every other tree. I can get bananas out of banana trees, and they're tall. Banker. I think it doesn't matter. I'll just take the iron axe. Do I have enough wood cutting for this? I didn't even check what the stats needed were. Find out as we go. If we need more wood cutting, we just get more wood cutting. It's not a big deal. I have been training my wood cutting, though. I'm at level 20 now. I've been doing wood cutting and fletching. Hey, yeah, please do, Barty. That would be really cool. Hey, what's up, Ronaldo? How you doing, baby? How's life going? Drink some more water. Are the RuneScape 3 quests nowadays, like, really not that good? Is there an ice spawn right next to the tree? Well, you're forgetting that I'm stupid, Knockdown, okay? That's what you haven't put into thought here. This guy's waiting for me. Why am I in trouble? Okay, we did it. Sabotage this lily pad. You poke a small hole from the stone shore that the lily pad. It makes a barely noticeable hole in it. Cool, we're done. Three quests in the last 3.5 years. Oh, wait, no, not Cuthbert. I want to know what they did to his favorite plant, dude. Hello again. How are things going with that lily pad sabotage? It's all sorted. And just in time as well, the hop off is about to begin. So who's Cuthbert's competition? Sue, of course. Don't worry. Once I win, I'll make sure these people talk. Okay. So should we get started? Cool, let's do it. Welcome one and all to what is bound to be a thrilling frog hop-off. The stakes are high for this one, and indeed the future of our entire world may well be at stake. Our first contender for today is Sue. Let's see what she's got. What a corker of a hop. Excellent work. Next up we have Cuthbert. Well, he's dead. I should have seen it coming. This is typical RuneScape stuff. That's insane, dude. Bro, they never let us swim. Are you serious right now? Afraid so. Cuthbert is now as dead as an old one with only one contender left standing. I can now announce that Sue is the winner. What the frick? Bro. Too real indeed. Bro, that's nuts. We can get these peace talks underway. I can't believe we killed him. Dude, me too. Oh, don't worry yourself. Something like this is bound to happen at some point. It's his fault, really. Imagine never learning to swim. Pull him out, bro. Like, how long can they have to be able to breathe a little bit. Thank you, I appreciate it, Chewing. His brain, but we don't have his brain. Well, is there anything else you can offer him? Oh, or not really. There must be something. It's not like we really do much. We're frogs. All we do is eat flies along with the odd orange. Well, maybe we can still work with that. I'm sure our friend doesn't like flies. Maybe you could deal with the flies around here for him. Sounds like a good job for us, though we, of course, need something in return, which is fair pay for fair work, of course. It's not like we'll go on strike. We're good at going. We're not. It's like we won't go on strike. We're good at going on strike. How would you like to be paid? Well, normally I'd say in flies, but it seems we've got that covered. Oranges? Oranges. Perfect. No, and orange juice as well, straight from the tap. From the tap, but orange juice doesn't. Actually, never mind. Let's not complicate things further. I'll take these terms to him and see what he says. This is the whole thing, bro. This quest rocks. RuneScape is dumb political, bro. What were they thinking? Yeah, rip bozo. Okay, that was a lot, guys. That was really insane. Have you found the leader of those frogs? I'm only going to negotiate with the leader. Yes, the frogs have selected a leader, and she has sent me with her terms. Well, what are they? The frogs will kill the flies around the oasis, and in return, they'd like you to pay them in oranges. Flies? But what have the flies done wrong? Well, don't they spread disease and eat your food? Yes, but so did my brother, and I never wanted him dead. What else have the flies been doing? I don't know. You seem convinced the frogs were out to get you before. Maybe the flies are as well. The flies are out to get me? Is it really true? You know what? Sure. The flies want you dead, and they plan to do it tonight. The monsters. So you willing to make this deal with the frogs? Not yet. First, I must see proof of this horrific betrayal by the flies. Find this proof for me, and I'll agree to the deal. Maybe my whole life is just one big nightmare. Fine. I'll find this proof. How? Oh, there is an axe spawn literally right here. That's crazy. How do I? There's just shit around. There's literal feces. Bro, there's literal. That's a big one, bro. Guys, I have a story about this. I went into. This is an insane story, guys. I went into a public restroom today, and I go in a stall that a guy who is blind is coming out of with like the cane and everything, like feeling his way around, gets out of the stall. I go into the stall, and there is the largest, like, football-shaped shit that I've ever seen in my life. And it, like, is so big that it couldn't flush the toilet. When I stepped into the stall, I like jumped back. It wasn't like gross or anything. It was just like astounding. Like it was just like this big around, dude. I was like, holy fuck. This happened today. This is, I blocked it out already, and then this reminded me of it. It was crazy, dude. I couldn't believe it. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. I'm 29 years old. I didn't know that was possible. Dude, it was just like a snake startled me. I like wanted to leave the stall, but I couldn't leave the stall because I didn't. And like he's blind, so he didn't know that it didn't flush. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't even know what it is. Like I was the first person to see this thing, dude. Oh my gosh, I was floored. I was just it was immaculate, dude. Crazy. Okay, so what am I doing here? I gotta figure out how to get proof of these flies trying to kill them. That sounds like opioids. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was insane. Dude, it's crazy, brother. I didn't know. I had no clue. Let me find this. Let me talk to Sue real quick. Am I new? No, I'm not new. I've been playing for a long time. Ain't that $5 foot long, dude? Indeed. It was at Sam's Club. It was wild, bro. The first and only person to see it. I couldn't, dude, it didn't go down. I was just going in there to piss. I tried to flush it. Like, it was so big it couldn't go down the hole. Like, I don't know how someone had to go in there later that worked at Sam's Club and pick that thing up. Like, that's the only thing that I can imagine happened, bro. Sorry, I'm so sorry. This is really gross. But, like, it's crazy. He's open to the proposals, but he wants proof that the flies are against him. He doesn't half complain, does he? Maybe it would have just been easier to kill him. How about you steal a prized possession of his implanted on the flies? No, I just use the normal client because, like, I don't know. I've just been doing the normal client. I was doing it for a bit for a video series, but now I'm, like, just kind of hanging out. Good, now we're adding theft to today's crimes. Could be worse. It could be murder. Laser pieces on his stream. Dude. Bro, it was like the densest, like, there was no way, bro. This thing was like cobbled together by an expert bricklayer, dude. We already committed murder. Nah, that wasn't murder, manslaughter at best, or would that be frog slaughter? It had to be done. No, why don't you go and find something to steal? Fine, okay, let's just commit more crimes. Yeah, dude, it's that tree's gone forever. The oranges are, oh, look at these oranges over there. They're fun. Bro, it was crazy. It was crazy. I saw some insane things today. Dude, it was nuts, bro. Dude, that's exactly what it was like, Jack. Dude. Like, I just don't understand what you did. Hey, Calvin, what's up, dude? How you doing? I don't understand, man. I don't know how it happens. I don't know how, like, you survive that. Oh, my gosh. There's a... No. He doesn't seem very smart. What would he... He says a word over and over again. What's that word? Let's go talk to him. Okay. You're back. Do you have the proof? Not yet. Then return to me once you have it. Okay, well. What could this passcode be? Let's see how many letters it is. Dude, it really is the story, man. Kind of feel like it is. Oh, dude. The bathroom stories at bars, I'm sure, are terrible. F-R-O-G-S. I'm going to assume it's frogs. I should just type this. Oh, there's only so many. It doesn't have every letter. What is it? Does it reset? Oh, every time it's different. Okay. Well, it's not dance. Frogs. Proof could be good. No P.
Frogs is the first thing I thought of as well. This yeah, dude. There was a time I don't even want to go into this, guys. There was a time that I was ruining public restrooms every morning because I was out Instacarting, and it was just like my schedule. Yeah, go for it, Callum. This is a good game, dude. It's fun. Not again, bro. That's so funny. Yeah, dude. Someone's got to deal with that. It is interesting what running a business ends up being. You got to clean toilets eventually.
What could this code be?
A 43-foot statue of naked Trump, and no, I haven't heard about that at all. Is there an A on this one? There's no A on this one. What the hell? It's got a bush. What the hell? I've been watching VS Code. I was thinking that it would be like just left to what it was if I had to make a guess, but that wasn't the case. It resets every single time. Diabolical behavior. Okay, whoa, what is this? Oh, there's an R, hold on. No. What is this code? And how would I find out? Wait, hold on. No. I didn't see a whole lot of things to actually look around his playset. Like, there's not a whole lot here to do. Search bed. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, cool. Who's he in love with? Nalia. Okay, so it's Nalia. That's the code. Cool, we got it. Garrett, that's gotta be it. I want to read that letter in a second, though. Boom. You'll have a chance to find a plushie inside. Cool. Okay, let's read this letter real quick. As I gaze in the night sky, the stars shine like diamonds, reminding me of your radiant beauty. Over the years, my love for you has only grown. It matures like a fine cheese, developing a scent that is truly unforgettable. Gross, dude. Clean your sheets, man. I pray to Raulus that we will soon be united, and I also pray that this letter is not mysteriously lost at the last 28 that I sent. Forever yours, Marcellus. Jeez, dude. In case you forgets, indeed. Under the keyboard. Have you guys seen those new Razer keyboards that have like the new kind of like button switching in them? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I was watching a video about this today, and I like really want one of those keyboards now. He thought he was stupid, dude. I know, right? I mean, he is kind of dumb still, but you know. Let's give it. Did we give this to the frogs, or did we just go talk to him? Nalia was the name of the frog's pet human who died. Yes, I have a plushie here of his. Perfect. Shove it in that big pile of dung the flies keep gathering around and go let him know. Of course, dude. Yes, the keyboard that was banned in CS2. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, dude. Why? Like, just let it be there, dude. Well, it ruins the... No. This is how we mature. This is how we grow. We can find a new thing to get good at. Cuthbert came back. He only had one health, guys. He only had one health. I feel really bad about this quest. Dude, this is really messed up. Do you have the proof? I think so. You see that big pile of dung the flies are gathered around? I'm sure I saw something belong to you in it. Cannot be. Wait here. I must check it once. Dude. Bro. Marcellus goes to check on the dung. I see my worst fears have come to pass. This is a dark day, not just for me, but for all of humanity. Return to the frogs. Tell them we have a deal. You feel pretty good right about now. Good for you, James. Jeez, dude. This is like, I'm going to have to go to therapy for the destroyer. What's named the Lord of Dread, bro? The Lord of Dread. Hello. I have good news. The terms have been accepted. Wonderful. Peace at last. Oh, and it turns out Cuthbert was still alive after all. Cuthbert's alive, but not anymore, dude. No, he's now properly dead. Oh. War always has casualties. We'll forever remember Cuthbert's sacrifice. Dude, these frogs are very pragmatic, honestly. Well said. Today will be a day remembered by all of frog kind, and much of it is thanks to you, new player. Thanks. I only wish I had the ability to scrub the memories on this from my brain, but as I can't, I guess I now have to carry them forever. Have you tried soap and water? Oddly enough, no. Oh, don't be so negative. You've done a good thing, new player. Now go. Go with the blessing of the frogs and know that you really are a true hero. Hey, I got 2,000 wood cutting XP. That's actually kind of huge. Access to a new hardwood. Cool. 1 quest point farming patch. Good deal. Sick. Okay, cool. Wood cutting level 23. We're cranking. Okay, cool. Cool, dude. Varlamore kind of rocks, bro. Oh, yeah, dude, this game has major CRPG storytelling. This game is a CRPG. Like, I tell people this all the time. Like, don't go into RuneScape thinking of it as an MMO. You will not like it. Like, if you focus solely on the grind at the beginning, it will freak you the hell out. Like, the amount of stuff that you need to do looks absolutely daunting. But if you play it like a CRPG, it'll happen so gradually that you won't even notice. I want to pet this dog. Can I pet that dog? There's a cat outside of my house, by the way, guys, that is, no problem, Ghost, anytime. There's a cat outside of my house that is like, becoming too friendly. Tiff has been feeding this stray cat that's around, and, like, now it just comes outside of our house and just goes, row, 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 forever, dude, and it just stares at you. And then when you open the door, it runs away, you put out food, and it comes right back. We're making a new friend. Okay, let's see. Let's go talk to the twins now, guys. Wrath of the Righteous? I've never even played Wrath of the Righteous. That sounds interesting. I used to play King's Quest back in the day. Thanks, James. I appreciate you being here, man. I miss hanging out with you. I hope that your sleep schedule is good, but let's hang out sometime. Yeah, I do feel like it's my cat now. Yeah, it's like I said, you know, like honestly, the whole reason I started making videos on RuneScape is because I just felt like that the game had fallen into a place that I wasn't happy with anymore. You know what I mean? Like the people who were playing it had formed all these new ideas about the way to play it that I just didn't agree with whatsoever. And so I started making videos talking about like the way that I grew up with this game, not knowing any of these metas, and that's why I love it so much. And I think that if I came into it and I was like, because I see like in Reddits all the time, it's 5:28. No. Oh, dude, it's late here too. I didn't even realize. Dude, I'm so sorry. My schedule's screwed again too. It's terrible. Yeah, you can go to the Discord. There's actually like a video suggestion section down there. You can post it there. But like people, like, you know, I grew up playing this game this way, like just sort of walking around and clicking on things and trying to figure out what was going on. And like, I feel like if I was a kid nowadays coming into this game and I read all these metas of like the efficient quest guide and like using all these things, like I feel like it would be difficult for me to get into it. Is Halls of Torment the like Vampire Survivors? No. Is it like the Vampire Survivors type thing? Well, I gotta kill this guy now. I feel like I've seen that one. I like those games, like the Survivor IO and stuff. I like that kind of stuff. Hollow Cure. Ooh, Body Talisman. I'll take it. Let's talk to Tullus. Furia Tullus. Is this the one? I believe so. Doesn't look like much. Yes, let's start it. Why not? Hey, I recognize you two. You were part of the delegation of Iraq. Indeed we were. More than part of. We organized the whole thing. As part of our duty. The prince could have contributed. Okay. Do not air our dirty laundry in public, brother. You, the prince, wishes to speak to you. He awaits you at the temple. Where do I find this temple? On the other side of the bazaar, south of here. Cool. Okay, I guess I should get going then. Indeed. Cool. I haven't even seen Vampire Survivors multiplayer. That was wild.
Yeah, I think I've played a little bit of Halls of Torment, actually, back in the day. It was like $6. I think Asmon played it one time, and I bought it. I don't own Vampire Survivors. I've never played that one. But I like those kinds of games a lot. I need to get more into them. Have you been addicted, James? I'm sorry, I'm keeping you up longer. That's not a good thing for me to do, but conversation's good. Okay, what's going on here? Temple. Prayer place? Is this the eye? I've seen it 1,000 times before. Or I think you must be confused with someone else. Is he dreaming about me? This is our first encounter, yet I know you better than most. You wear the face of my only true companion. You wear the face of death. Your only companion is death? You should probably get out more. You jest as your kind often do. Is that how you drown out their screams? I wonder. Is that how you hide your pain? Sort of. Yeah, actually. Jeez, dude. This game is getting intense. Well, things got deep very quickly. Is this how you normally introduce yourself to someone? If you seek an introduction with the sect of Ranul, they spend their days in Ralo's light. The darkness hides an inevitable truth that they prefer to shy away from. Right, so who actually are you? I am Metzli, Teokan of Ranul. You, I already know. You are the one that saved the life of my counterpart. Teokan, so there are two of you? Yes, as Teokan of Ranul, I lead the sect of Ranul. My counterpart Servius leads the Church of Ralos. I meant to be meeting Prince Itzla here. Yes, you are. He is speaking with Servius down in the crypt, not the place you'd normally find the Teokan of Ralos, but the prince desired the privacy only Ranul can offer. Okay, I better head down there. What are examples of perfect games for me? Honestly, probably like older RPGs. New Vegas is a really good example of a near perfect, if not perfect game. That is a really good game. But like Chrono Cross is one that I think of as being like a perfect game. Tomba 2 is like a platformer that I think is legitimately a perfect game, and I love that game. I like want to make a video about that game and talking about it at some point, because I can beat it in like 2 hours and I'll just come get some footage for it and like show it. That's a game for the PlayStation 1 that a lot of people haven't played, but it's one of the greatest games of all time. Other than that, I think most games end up having their flaws. I'm trying to think of ones that like have really, really captured me. Some of the Yakuza games are so incredibly well done that those ones like fall under that sort of structure as well for me. Play an Alcat CRPG, either Kingmaker or Wrath of the Righteous. I would love to do that, dude. I love to do little voices. Would I like some gear? No, Shaq. I keep everything. I'm playing this game like an Iron Man. Oh shoot. Someone just subbed. I didn't even see who it was. Hold on, let me pull up my Twitch chat so I can see who that was. Thanks for the bits too, dude. Let me pop up my Twitch chat just so I can have it. Pop out chat. Here we go. How are you doing, the Undrafted? What's up with you tonight? What's up, Leafy? How you doing? Shadow of the Colossus, that's a great game too. I wouldn't like call it. Legend of Dragoon is also one that I think would be like a perfect game. I love Legend of the Dragoon. It's a really long game, but that's like arguably one of the best ones for sure. Raiding with a party of 4. Thank you, Undrafted, for the raid. I appreciate that, my friend. That's very nice of you. Star Ocean 2 on PS1. I've never played Star Ocean. I need to play some of those games. I've seen really good things about them. I've literally never played them. New Vegas is amazing. It's a shame how much content was cut. Yeah, no, 100%. Mega Man X is my perfect game. I could see that one too. I love Mega Man. I'm unironically really good at Mega Man games. Like I've played a whole bunch of them. I had Mega Man 8 on PlayStation when I was a kid, and I played the ever living out of that game. And now I can just play Mega Man games for some reason. Like all of my friends, like at different points in my life, my friends have been into Mega Man games, and they've been like, this game is so hard, and then I come over and just stop it. Same thing with Zelda 2. I can beat Zelda 2, or I can get really far in Zelda 2 at least, like very, very quickly, because I just played the hell out of Zelda 2 when I was younger. Mass Effect 1 to 3 is really, really good too. I love the Mass Effect games. Dude, Mass Effect 2, I got when I had stomach flu in high school. Like I rented it from Blockbuster back in the day, and it was so good. Halo 3 is a perfect game. Halo 1 or 2 would probably be my favorite of the Halo series. Like, Halo 1 is really, really fun. Bart, thank you for subscribing, dude. I appreciate that. It's Tier 3, too. That's an insane thing. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much. That's so cool. Playing some OSRS too. It's going good, Undrafted. I've been playing this character like basically like an Iron Man. I just didn't make an Iron Man at the beginning, and I'm like decently far in. I have a main off this, and I've been playing RuneScape for a really long time. But I love this game. It's really, really good. Like, I've been playing RuneScape forever. I make videos about it and stuff. It's silliness. How's your time in it, dude? What are you up to in RuneScape? You doing late game stuff? You're still very new to RuneScape? Well, welcome, dude. It's like one of the greatest games of all time, to be completely honest. Like I really think it's probably my like #1 MMORPG, and it always has been. I grew up on this game. How'd you come to RuneScape? ME3 multiplayer was good. Was really good. Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. I never played Mass Effect multiplayer at all. Be safe out there, Roy. Good morning, dude. I would say good night, but I want to say good morning to you. Yeah, dude, like, one of my favorite things to do with friends is to play through Halo again. Like, it brings me back to being a child so strongly. There's some other really, really good games like that as well. Like, there's a game that me and my friend used to play called Champions Return to Arms. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I think it was like an EverQuest spin-off game. It was like a action RPG for PlayStation 2. And me and my friend played that so much that, like, still I can come back to that game and it takes me right back to where I was when I was playing it. The Lord of the Rings movie games, oh, dude, those games were so good. Third Age was excellent, too. Lord of the Rings has a history of having really, really good video games after them. Dragon Slayer 1 is the last one you need to finish, and my wife plays it, so she got me into it. Oh, good for your wife, dude. I'm doing that to Tiff, so, like, I have the opposite interaction as you, but good for her, dude. The game rocks. I finished Dragon Slayer 1, like, somewhat recently on this account, and that's, like, a really, really good quest. That's, like, the turning point for the game. Are you staying free to play until you beat all of it? Yeah, dude, RuneScape was... I mean, I started playing RuneScape when I was 5 years old, I want to say. I had a kid in the neighborhood who got me into RuneScape, and I've been into it ever since then. Soul Calibur 5 was that game for you and your friends growing up? How old are you? When I was a kid, Soul Calibur, is it 2 that was for the GameCube? That was the one that we were all playing. Dude, all of those old, like, beat-em-up games for movies were actually pretty good. The Shrek 2 video game was honestly a really, really fun game as a kid. Like, I had such a blast playing that one. I loved playing games that were, like, short enough that I could actually get all the way through them, because most of the time when I was playing games as a kid, I just, like, would never make it all the way through. And there were a few of them that I did, like Final Fantasy VII, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, I beat those games. Legend of Dragoon, I beat that. Chrono Cross, I beat that. Digimon World 3, Digimon World 1, I beat those games. Tomba 2, I beat those games. Like, you know, these are some of the longer ones that I actually made it all the way through. But, like, I always liked playing movie games because you could put, you know, 20 hours into them and be done. Yeah, good for you, Undrafted. That's what I did, too. I stayed out of members until I got that as well. Good for you, man. It's a really, like, fun time, honestly, and, like, the content out of it is great. Like, there's so many things. I don't know if you do reactions or anything, but I'd, like, highly recommend, like, doing some reaction videos to some RuneScape videos and stuff, especially if you're a streamer and, like, you're trying to grow an audience in any kind of way. That's a great way to go about doing it. And, like, you know, especially as someone who's new to the game, like, I would love to hear your opinions on the game and how you feel about it and all that kind of stuff, because, like, most of the people I talk to who play this game have played it forever and ever. Conker's Bad Fur Day was too. Yeah, I didn't even think about Nintendo 64 games. I didn't get a Nintendo 64 until I was like 12 or 13. I got one at a yard sale for like $5, and then I started like playing a whole bunch of them. Bomberman 64 was really, really good as well. Super Mario 64, obviously. Like, I love that game, and I've beaten that like multiple times recently. Those games were so good. GameCube games were awesome. Like, I was really into video games as a kid. Like, really into video games. Jak and Daxter games were really good, but going back, they definitely have some flaws. Like, there's some really irritating parts in Jak 2 and Jak 3 that just, like, that really get under my skin. Really get under my skin. But I love those games. Dude, Tomba and Tomba 2 were both on the classics on the PS Store back in PlayStation 3 days, and like now they're not, and it makes me so bummed out, dude. Like, they're such expensive games. I had a copy of both of those games. I ended up selling them at one point when I needed money for like $200 a piece or something because they're so rare. It's ridiculous, man. I do have ROMs of those though. Always do that before you sell a game. Yeah, I've talked a little bit. I've talked a little bit with him about it as well. I don't really know a whole lot about how he came to this game, but I know that he's like super like into getting level 99s and stuff. Yeah, I got 120 stars when I did. I actually streamed that like in 2020 or something, and got 120 stars in it as well. Chrono Trigger's another game that's really like perfect in my opinion. Like I said, a lot of old RPGs. Final Fantasy IV, I think, is a really good game. Final Fantasy VI, really good game. Donkey Kong Country, or Donkey Kong 64. That game is crazy hard, dude. That game is so difficult. Dude, I get it, man. You've been streaming. Go get your thing, man. I rate and run too. Don't feel bad whatsoever, man. I totally get it. Hey, not a lot. What's up with you, Ledger? I'm just out here playing some RuneScape, dude. Exploring this new area that came out, like, somewhat recently. Dude, it was so frustrating, but now, like, I can do that in, like, 5 or 6 tries. Tomba, have you played Tomba 2, Ronaldo? If you like Tomba 1, you will love Tomba 2. It's, like, everything about Tomba 1, but even better. It's so good, dude. I have never made it through Super Mario RPG. I've never gotten like more than 3 hours in that game. MDK, what is MDK? FF7 is definitely goated. I love Final Fantasy 7. It's hard not to, dude. I've gone back and tried to play the original one, like in recent years, and it's not the same as it was when I was a kid for sure. Especially because I'm playing it on like modern hardware, and they have like all the like you just give yourself infinite limit breaks, so it kind of ruins the immersion of that game a little bit. But it's such a good game, dude. I loved the story of Final Fantasy 7. Like I was so into it, dude, for real. I was not a Devil May Cry fan back in the day, but I have played the most recent Devil May Cry, and I feel like I've really missed out. Like, the most recent Devil May Cry introduced me to, oh, what's his name? William Blake. And, like, that is one of my favorite writers of all time now. And, like, the lore in those games, the vibe of those games are so good. The gameplay is so good. Like, I really want to go back and play the Devil May Cry games. And, in fact, I really want to play Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance because I've never played that, and I've heard it's extremely good. Yeah, I feel that, too. Like, you know, so many games back in the day were like anime fantasies for all of us. Like, we just wanted to live inside of an anime, and video games sort of gave us that capability. And it was just, you know, we were looking for that. So like those things were just a lot, you know, more important to us. I feel like, you know, Kingdom Hearts the same way, dude. Like, some of that stuff is really corny, but I love Kingdom Hearts, dude. I love it. Earthbound is really good. I beat Earthbound like when I was like 16 or something. 10, dude. Final Fantasy 10 is probably my favorite Final Fantasy game, actually. Like, through and through. I still love Final Fantasy 10. I could play Blitzball for hours, dude. Castlevania games are still pretty hard, Luke, honestly. Like, my first experience with Castlevania was when I was 3 years old, and my cousin had the one where you could switch between characters on the original Nintendo, and that was like my first time ever playing a video game, actually. And it just captured my imagination so hard. And then when I was a little bit older and I had a Game Boy Advance, probably like 9, 10 years old, 10, 11 years old, I got the Castlevania like Aria of Sorrows like collection on the Game Boy Advance cartridge, and I played the hell out of those games, dude. Love Castlevania games. Love Metroid games too. Ape Escape, bro. Ape Escape was so good. Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance is really good. I've heard that, dude. I haven't gotten around to it. I don't even... Can you play it on PC? I've thought about doing that, Ledger. I really... So, like... when I get fiber, I plan on streaming a lot more regularly and having schedules and streaming for like 8 hours in a row and stuff like that. And during long streams like that, I would have no problem doing little in-between things, or even like having set days where I'm playing like a single-player game or something as well. Like, I have no quarrels about doing any of that. I think that would be fun. GeoGuessr, I would be garbage at. I have no idea where anything is, but it'll be interesting to see. That one game where like you have to make a password and it keeps giving you more and more things that you have to add into your password, that one I think is really, really interesting. Max Infernal Cave account. I should have my 2K Iron. Dude, that's wild. Good for you, Sam. That's so you never quit, man. I often wonder what the guy who introduced me to hey Ref, man, how are you doing, man? You don't have to be apologizing. But I also like I wonder what the guy who showed me RuneScape is doing in this game, because I guarantee he still plays. He was way more into it than I was as a kid. Is it not on Steam? It might be on Steam. I have no idea. Nisal Adventurer, I don't believe you've properly met my father. This is Servius, the Tailcon of Ralos, and the man whose life you saved. Your father? I didn't realize you were related. Yes, very fun stuff. All a bit of a convoluted mess as well. I'll be sure to tell you all about it at some point. More now, though. For now, though, new player, meet Servius. Servius, meet new player. Nilsal, my child, it is an honor to meet you. Were it not for you, I may well already be making my journey to Mictal. On behalf of both myself and Ralos, I thank you. Let's not start celebrating just yet. There's a reason why we're looking in this crypt. Sorry about that, by the way. I'd have much rather given you a proper welcome on your arrival, but given the situation, it's probably best we take a bit more care. It's not a problem, although I did have an interesting encounter on my way here. Is it the frogs that he's talking about? Oh, the Tullis twins. Fascinating pair, aren't they? Actually, I was talking about Metzli. I met her upstairs. Oh, I was talking more about the frickin' frogs, dude. Oh, you met her? My deepest sympathies. Metzli and her sect play an essential role in our lives. You should not judge her so harshly. You're quite right, of course. But anyway, shall we get down to business? Please, let's do it. Sounds like a plan. Okay, Kuani, so we have quite the predicament on our hands. My mother isn't too happy, oddly enough, and has tasked me with sorting it all out. Someone wants our dear Teocon dead, and we have no idea who. All we know is that they were a Varlamorian. A Varlamorian who had access to the mainland before the treaty was signed. Surely that limits the options a fair bit. Right, you are a new player. In fact, it limits them to just the members of our little delegation. In other words, myself, Servius, the Tullis twins, and our retinue of knights. Now, I don't think it was me, and I'm guessing you didn't try to arrange your own assassination, Servius. I think I've done a better job if I had. Too right, very sloppy work. A top example of how not to assassinate someone. Still probably best we track them down all the same. Jeez, I can't read tonight. So that leaves the Tullis twins and the knights. Ineas and Furia are loyal children of Ralos. They would not wish to see my death. Those knights should also be loyal children of Ralos, but I agree, they are far more likely candidates. Let us investigate them and see what we can find. Servius, until we have this matter sorted, you should remain here in the capital. The palace will be the safest place. Nonsense. I'm the Tailcon of Ralos, and a duty to my people. I must return to the Teomot at once. Also, all these words throw me off. The Teomot does not offer the protection of the palace. You'll be an easy target there. Also, don't the accent. I'm the chosen messenger of Ralos. He would not have me cower and hide. I will return to the Teomot. Well, this is a terrible idea that's definitely going to blow up in all our faces later, but it seems you have made your decision. However, I insist that you let me personally accompany you. My child, I would be delighted to have you as a traveling companion. New player, since Servius here seems keen on letting his killer have another go, you'll need to investigate the knights on your own. That's fine with me. I'm sure I can manage that. Kuani, head up to the palace and find the Tullis twins. They dealt with all the fun... What's this Kuani exclamation they keep doing? They dealt with all the fun admin work. They'll know where those knights can be found. I'll get to it right away. Okay, then it sounds like we're all set. Tomovia, and may the sun light your way. Tomovia, my child. What do these words mean? Like, peace be with you? Like Banjo-Kazooie? Like that? Bro, so many of those things in old video games like that are just the people who made the game, like, just filling in space that needed to be filled in. Like, in the original Elder Scrolls Arena, it's literally just, what's his name? The guy who makes the Elder Scrolls games, the guy that, Todd Howard. Like, it's literally just him going, I think that's awesome, dude. I do love the guard part, I agree. Look at me, dude. I'm freaking stacked out here, bro. I'm so powerful now. Think about where we came from. Think about walking around in a steel plate skirt and an iron chain body and, like, in the mithril medium helm. Like, just think about that, dude. And now we're out here with just ridiculous artillery. I noticed an urchin distract a wealthy citizen nearby. I think I can leave that alone. They're fine. Okay, I need 50 pickpocketing. Okay, I need, where are these knights at? It's called, like, it starts with an S. Twilight's Promise starts with a T. I met with That's Varlamore, who traveled with them, might have been involved. It's just to be with Ineas and Furia at the palace. Cool, let's go there. I don't know, man. I kind of suspect the twins. They're a little pissy. They're a little pissy. But No. Where are these guys at? Over here? Where are the twins at? Twins? Twins? Where'd they go? Tourist, citizen. Where did the twins go? Okay, hold on. At the palace. Okay, so they might actually be in the palace now. Maybe they move after the quest starts. I played Gauntlet on GameCube. I don't know if that's the game you're talking about, or if this is another game called The Gauntlet. It depends. It depends. They are in the palace now. The clan mace blesses me indeed. It seems the prince has new chores for us. I'm glad I got the mace, honestly. Like, after all of that, like, the mace was super, super useful because, like, I haven't gotten a better weapon for it yet. Dude, I watched Doctor Sleep. Speaking of The Shining, I watched Doctor Sleep for the first time. I was under the idea that that was, like, a kid's movie. And, like, that movie was wild, bro. Like, really wild. Really uncomfortable to watch. Oh, yeah, dude. Pest Control. Of course, dude. That was great. What game scared me as a kid? Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 3 scared me like crazy as a kid. There were neighbors down the road from me who were playing it one time. I went to their house and I had nightmares about that game. But I love it now. Silent Hill is great, too. Like, I love horror games. Really love horror games. It's October, so I'm going to have to figure out some kind of horror game to play. I think the new Silent Hill is coming out. Are you going to sleep, Tiff? You going to sleep? Cool. I'll shut the door then. Huh? Oh? How'd you do that? How'd you do that? Okay, cool. Well, sounds good then. Enjoy your winding down period. Love you. We're going to Austin in January. It's your birthday, Marty? Happy birthday, dude. 35. Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Do you want it back? Happy B-Day, dude. For real. Congratulations, man. 35 years. Halfway to 70, man. You're doing it. You're doing it so well. What are you going to do for your birthday, man? Anything interesting? Is there, like, any food that you like to eat on your birthday or anything? No, dude, I wish. I wish, bro. I would love to talk to Asmund, just to have a conversation with him, just to see, like, the vibe between the two of us. You forgot it was your birthday because of the power situation, and you got your power back, dude. Like, look at that, dude. What a good killer birthday present. You two are quite the pair, aren't you? Thank you. Fear was really scary. I remember playing that game at one time, or with like a friend on his birthday, like, and he had rented it and we played it. That was a good game. Ooh, good for you, Barty. Good for you, butter chicken. Ooh. Dude, Indian food is so good. Like, it has no business being as good as it is. For a food that has very little cheese involved with it, like, it has no business. That's what Aspen sounds, dude. That would be crazy. He asked me to investigate the knights who are part of the delegation of Varrock. He suspects one of them may have been involved in the plot to kill the Teocon. Has he forgotten that he himself leads the Knights of Varlamore? Surely he'd be the best place to deal with any of their wrongdoings. He's staying with Servius in case there's another attempt on his life. It is wise to keep the Teocon under close protection, and we are well placed to support this investigation. Cool, if you say so. The delegation consisted of 6 knights. Given recent events, I requested they make us aware of their activities. I suggest you seek them out and ask them to return here. Okay, cool. Aaron and Claudia should be at the bazaar. Nell will be at the Kothon. Velum and Azalia are somewhere in the outer fortress, likely at the pub. Mezon will be in the Colosseum. What if they refuse to come? The crest will mark you as a representative of the queen herself. Show it to them and they will not refuse. Not unless they fancy revealing themselves as the traitor, which doesn't seem likely. Cool. I'm just going to go exploring, you know? Like, I don't want to know how to get to all these places. I'll just walk around, figure it out. Hey, how you doing, FML? I'm doing really good, man. I'm having a good time. Enjoy my night. garlic naan bread, dude. Oh my god, I love naan so much, dude. It's so good. Guys, on my birthday, I go to Sam's Club and I get pizza from Sam's Club. That's what I do for my birthday. I love Sam's Club pizza so much, dude. You have no idea. Is this Ref? It is. Hey, Ref, what's up? Like how I knew it was you just by your gear. I was like, I only know one man who was kitted out this extreme. Yeah, I just don't mind that about him. You know, I think that, like, here's an interesting thing, right? I think that there are people out there who believe, I believe that there can be bad people too. Let's get that out of the way. But I think there are people out there that feel like the bar for bad people is like all the way down here, and I believe that it's like way up here. And so I think that people will just be like, I don't like that guy because I think that he's a bad person. And what they're describing is like behavior that's down here. And I think a lot of that comes from not being able to see behavior in yourself that is negative. But when you realize that if that's your bar for bad people, then you probably fall in that category as well. Then you start to like raise that bar way up because you have to, or else everyone's a bad person if you look too closely. And I just don't feel that way about people, you know? How many times have I made a new account on RuneScape? Hundreds, dude. When I was a kid and I couldn't buy membership, I would run out of things to do and I would do free to play over again. Ooh, you're working on an RPG title? What's it about? Oh, dude, I love an all-you-can-eat Indian buffet. There's one around here too, but I've never actually been there for the buffet. I've only eaten out of there. Indian food's like expensive too. Well, Callum, I have personal experience with that. Like, when he starts talking about how calories aren't real, it's like, well, that's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But I don't like hold it against him. You know what I mean? Like, I just like he's an entertainer. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot watch people on YouTube or on stream for as many hours as he's been doing it without them eventually talking out of pocket about something, because at some point you're like, okay, I'm saying stuff to like entertain people, and it's a whole different kind of like aspect of it all. I don't even know if he believes half the things he says. Like, I think he's just trying to see like what the funniest thing for him to say in the moment is. So in Houston, check out Frank's Pizza in downtown. I will do that. Houston is like really far away from Austin though, right? Like, isn't Texas a massive place? Yeah, dude, you just lie, make yourself a year older. 100%. Yeah, dude, you just start talking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it is what it is. Okay, let's figure out what these people are. We need to look for the bazaar. The 2 nights at the bazaar. So let's find these 2 nights. No, those are guards. Here we go. I don't watch Asmon's streams, you know? Like, this is the thing that I think is like a lot of people would find interesting about me. I don't watch streams very much. Like, I don't tune in to watch other people stream. I watch VODs. Like, I watch clips from streams and all those kinds of things. I just have never really watched streams very much. Like, I've discovered streamers through YouTube mostly. In fact, I didn't even like understand that streaming online was a thing until like 2017, 2018 or something. 11 hours to get to Amarillo. Gee whiz, dude. Dude, I was shocked by how long of a drive Las Vegas all the way out to LA was. That was crazy. Yes, 100%, Jack, for sure. It's such a difficult conversation to have with people, you know? Oh, thank you, Barty. I appreciate that. Hey, thanks, Mary Jane. I appreciate that, too. It's nice to hang out, you know? I think that, like, too, it's hard to find people who are entertaining to watch that aren't absolutely massive. And, like, I don't know, man. I just can't imagine being part of a chat that has 40,000 other people talking in it. It just seems insane. Yeah, 100%, Jack. Like, you know, people don't know what anything is in food most of the time. You know, the majority of people, like, I don't know about you, Jack, but I'm very into like fitness and nutrition and all that stuff because I've had a weight problem my whole life. So like I've had to be, oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Cars. Thank you for the 100 bits, dude. That's super nice of you. But I've had a weight problem my whole life, so I've had to learn about how, like, nutrition and all these kinds of things. So like I think a lot of people just don't ever have to, so they just never think about it. And Asmon's not somebody who's ever had a weight problem, so he's never really had to understand like what nutrition is. He's never tried to work out or do any of that kind of stuff. Well, I appreciate you guys supporting me a lot, man. I was, you know, like, you guys are very supportive, like, in general. The people who, and I feel bad sometimes, because, like, I come to these content droughts where I don't really know what to make videos about or anything, and, like, and I was really bummed out because I couldn't stream there for a while, and I finally just decided I was going to start streaming at 720p because it's what my internet can support right now, and I just, like, felt bad not streaming. So I've sort of just bit the bullet and just jumped into doing this, and, like, I just appreciate it so much. Like, I don't really know why you guys support me, but I'm really glad that you do. Like, I'm just so lucky to be able to hang out with you guys and meet you all and get to know some people who are really, really good people that I would never meet otherwise. Like, I would never know who any of you guys were otherwise. Can we help you? Yeah, I need you to return to the palace, brother. Here, I have this. Are you gonna steal the crest at some point? Our work here is done. If you want us back to the palace, you'd best help. Okay, I can do that. What do you need? A band of thieves has been active here recently, but we came with a way to track them down. We planted a nice shiny amulet in one of the stalls. Sure enough, it was stolen soon after. Find the amulet and tell us who was carrying it. We can then follow them right to the rest of their group. How will I find it? Leave them to their own game. Go looking through a few pockets. Okay, well, this doesn't sound like totally orthodox, but fair enough. I'll be back soon. I don't know if I'll be able to pickpocket any of these people. Hey, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you for converting to a tier 1 sub, dude. That's super nice of you. Hype train level 1. We're out here, fellas. I do want to play New World. I don't know when I will. Like, I also want to play Throne and Liberty or whatever it's called. Like, that game that's coming out. That looks really, really good, too. I feel that, but, like, you know, I think the best way to say thank you. Oh, Tweba, thank you for gifting us sub too. That's really, really nice of you. And by the way, I'm not even talking about support as far as, like, money goes. Like, the money is a nice gesture as well, for sure, and I appreciate it. And it, like, gives me a monetary incentive to continue doing this, and it, like, allows me to relegate time in my life to this because it makes money in a way that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise, because the people in my life can, like, accept, like, oh, he's out here making money. You know what I mean? But, like, I'm talking about the support as far as you guys just, like, hanging out, talking to me, interacting with the videos, showing me that you want me to continue doing this. So I want to continue doing this because I think it's, like, the best way to be grateful for the support that I'm getting for it. You know what I'm saying? Steve, honestly, the best way to address belly fat is to, like, continue to build muscle and then just to, like, manage your caloric intake. Like, if there's only two ways that you're going to lose fat, and that's by either maintaining your weight and gaining muscle, so you stay at the same weight that you're at currently and you gain muscle, which then will have to mean that some of your fat will disappear because the muscle, like, has to come from somewhere. So, like, you can't stay in the same weight range without doing that. That's how I've built a lot of the muscle that I've had over the years, and how I've, like, trimmed down quite a bit, because dieting is a terrible thing. Or you can, like, go to a caloric deficit and, like, just start losing some weight if you don't care about gaining any muscle. Yeah, I know we're not friends, but, like, you know what I mean. Like, it's, you know, I appreciate it, Barty. I do. I appreciate you hanging out. I appreciate that you enjoy the content, and I appreciate that, like, you guys, like, enjoy listening to me yap. That's really nice. Ashes of Creation in 2025, definitely. I'm excited about Ashes of Creation. I hope it's a good game. Dude, I'm glad. I'm glad that I could attract some really nice people for the game to be good, you know? Oh, jeez, bro. Yeah, I could see that, David. Like, I've never had to worry about eating too little. It's never been a problem that I've had in my life, but, like, I could definitely see that being a problem. It would go so crazy. We'll definitely play some Dark and Darker, dude. Are you really good at that game? Okay, I need to start figuring out what's going on here. Can I pickpocket these wealthy citizens? I have 50 pickpocket. Do I need 50 pickpocketing for this quest? Or 50 thieving for this quest? No. It's just a coin pouch, okay. Cool. I found the one. Dude, Barty, I have the ups and downs too, dude. I was 280 like 6 years ago, but I've gone from like when I was in middle school, I was 220, I went down to 140, then I went back up to 190, then I got back down to like 170, then I went up to 280, and then I got down to 240, and then I gained a little bit more weight, and I went down to like 200, and then I went back up to 230, and then I got down to like 180, and now I'm up to 190, and that's where I sit. It's so hard, dude. I totally know what you mean, man. Like I go to food for comfort. That's like my biggest problem with my weight, period. Luckily, I will say that like the more you do it, it seems like the better you get at maintaining the weight, you know? Like I have stayed at 190 and I've been successful at like, because now I just think about food in a different way, but it takes so long, dude. It takes so long. It's crazy. Yeah, come to OSRS, Trevor's. Hey, thanks, Trevor's. I appreciate you subbing and gifting a sub, dude. Thank you so much, dude. I'm assuming you're a Tweeba then. Thank you. Yeah, totally, Barty. 100%. You have a chronic migraine condition? Dude, I don't get them as regularly as I'm sure you do, but dude, I have suffered from migraines my entire life, and whenever you say that to people, most people go, oh, you get like kind of bad headaches sometimes. I'm like, no, dude. Like, my vision, I lose sight. Like, it gets blurry, and I get like huge waves of auras or whatever, and like, I mean, literally the other day, dude, I woke up in the middle of the night to go pee, and I had an aura, and then I went back to sleep, and I woke up the next day post-migraine and had like a hangover from it, and I was worthless the whole day. Like, migraines are unbelievable, and if you have chronic migraines, dude, like, major feels for you, dude. That is 8-day long, dude. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Props to you. Like, I could not handle that. It would ruin my life. But crazy, dude. Congrats to having been able to deal with that, man. That's nuts. Was this recent, dude? Yeah, I'm 6'1", Callum. Bro, they're so... I literally felt like I had a hangover. I was nauseous all day. I couldn't keep anything down, like, food-wise. It was brutal, man. I didn't even experience the headache because I was asleep the whole time while the headache was going on. But, like, dude, I remember when I was a kid, I was, like, 11 years old, and I had my first migraine, and, like, I thought I was having a stroke or something. I didn't know what was going on. And it just... And then I had like, dude, I've had headaches like 4 days, like migraine one day, migraine the next day, migraine the next day. And it's just like, you start to think like, is this going to be forever? Am I ever going to not feel terrible again? Right before the power issues. Damn, dude, that's crazy. Oh, you're fine, Barty. It's all fine, dude. You deserve it, man. You really do. You're the clan leader, dude. You're the people that people know. Oh, you're still tall, Callum. 5'11's decently tall, you know. Compared to some people, that's totally tall. I have friends who are 5'5", you know. I have friends who are 5'3". Oh, I don't know, man. You're the spiritual clan leader, in my opinion. I'm gonna be honest with you, Callum. Like, sometimes migraines are just migraines. Like, it sounds crazy. It sounds impossible that you can have a headache for 8 days and it not be some kind of deep underlying neurological disorder, but it's totally possible because, like, I've, like, talked to plenty of doctors about it, and they're really just kind of like, I don't know. Good luck then. Give the amulet to the kings. Cool, okay. Alright, so that part's done. Now we just gotta figure out what to do next. I need to convince the knight at Kothon to return to the palace. Where is he at? At the Kothon. Okay, at the Kothon. I don't know what a Kothon is, but I'll go looking around. Is that the Kothon? Quality headquarters? No. Fortress Kothon. Okay, that is the Kothon right there. Cool. Cool. Okay, we can get up there then. So north and then east. Barty, that's so wild, dude. Major feels, man. Like I can only imagine, dude. I had a Trevor's, honestly, I don't believe that MSG, because I've seen so many studies that I used to not believe that MSG was a problem, because I've seen so many studies saying that like there's no like scientific evidence that MSG causes any kind of problems. But if I eat certain foods, like I do get migraines, and a lot of times those foods are MSG based, so I could definitely see that. That is wild. I would love to run some mini games with the clan sometime. That'd be a lot of fun. I think that would be a good time. We just need to like schedule a stream for it for sure. Barty, I can't imagine, dude. I missed a lot of school when I was younger too, and I know Tiff did as well, because Tiff is, for those of you who don't know, like Tiff is a pretty, like, has a lot of medical issues. Like Tiff is somebody who physically cannot work a job, is like the way that I would describe it. Like, so I see very up close and personal, like, you know, I am in some ways a caregiver, and like, and it's like really hard, dude. You know, like people do not understand. People take their health for granted all the time, and I am never willing to do that anymore. Like, I am so lucky to be a person who is capable to live a normal life. Who I could go work jobs. I can go to the gym. I can like focus on things, and I can assume that in general I am capable of taking on responsibilities, and nothing is going to randomly pop up that's going to ruin that. But dude, like people who have health issues that are chronic, like you do not understand what it's like to like make plans on one day, and then like the next day you might be down for the next 3 or 4 weeks. Like it is crazy, dude. It feels like it shouldn't be possible to happen, and it is totally possible, and it's so brutal, dude. I think that's important too, you know what I mean? Like finding the good in your life, regardless of what it is definitely really, really important. But like, you know, heart goes out to the people with like medical, like long-term medical conditions. My stepdad is also like that now at this point. Like my stepdad is so beaten down from years of hard physical labor that like that man can barely walk most of the time now. And it's just like, it's so hard to watch, dude. It's so hard to watch. Good for you, Barty, but also like, you know, yeah, I don't know about schedules, dude. I feel the same way a lot of times. That's like the same thing with like scheduling streams, right? Like there might be a day at some point where I'm on stream and like Tiff comes in and I just have to get off stream. You know what I mean? Like it's totally a possibility. Like, you know, like you never know what's going to happen. Don't feel bad about canceling. Like do what you got to do and like live your life. Don't put too much on yourself. I'm here on behalf of Ennius and Furia Tullus. They need you to return to the palace immediately. You're working with Tullus twins? Do you have proof? Yes, I do. Fair enough, I'm having to return to the palace, but I can't until I finish my work here. Of course, this is what it's going to be for everyone. What is it you're doing? Maybe I can help get it done faster. With the recent opening of the kingdom, Kothon has become much busier. Good for business, of course, but not so good when it comes to the smugglers. We've had a tip-off that there's a ship that's involved in weapon smuggling, but you don't know which one. If you can find the crate of weapons, and tell me that ship it's from. I'll be able to return to the palace much faster. Sounds easy enough. It's so funny. I'm giving, thank you for saying that, Ref, but it's so funny. I'm literally giving Barty advice that I should give to myself. Like, I'm afraid of making schedules for the stream because I, like, don't want to let people down, so I totally know what he means. Like, I totally get it. It's so easy to give someone advice. It's so hard to actually do it. So, like, you know, don't feel like you're under any pressure to actually listen to me. I'm just some guy. But there's no shortage of crates around here. Thankfully, the tip-off did give us some information that might help you find it. The crate should be on the docks rather than on a ship. It's on a standard size and isn't part of a stack. It's directly next to 2 barrels of fish and opposite of a bench. Good to know. I'll get to it and let you know what I find. Cool. I did not actually process any of that information. Crate is on the docks. It's of standard size, isn't part of a stack. It is directly next to 2 barrels of fish and is opposite a bench. Cool. I just need to locate that now. I'm assuming it's over here. Over there. It's that one. Good for you, Barty. My blood results are not great, and, like, I have high blood pressure and stuff. Like, you know, I think at the end of the day, like, Barty, you know, everyone has, like, this is the thing, right? I used to worry about dying so hard. Like, I used to be so worried about my health in general, but I think whenever you start to get, like, further along in life, you just kind of understand that everyone's dealing with something. Like, that's how I found, like, caring for other individuals to be so easy, is because, like, you just see people, and, like, not to get, like, too deep into, but, like, I struggle with mental health issues as well, and I've, like, you know, I have manic episodes, then I have depressive episodes, and like, I've been kind of, I don't like to talk about this stuff too much on the stream because, like, you know, it invites a lot of, like, parasocialing, but, like, it is true, and I just, you know, I've had, like, a pretty, like, decent depressive episode here lately, and, like, walking out around the world in a depressive episode makes you think of everyone in such a different way, you know what I mean? Like, it makes you look at everyone and, like, think about their problems that they might have going on and all these things, and, like, it just makes you consider the world differently. It really does. It's such an odd thing, like, getting older and sort of understanding how deep it goes, you know? It's really bizarre. Dude, Jack, totally, man. Totally. I'm terrified of being in meat prison forever, dude. I agree, Callum. I agree 100%. You know, I wish it wasn't that way, right? Like, if I had children, I would never want them to go through anything that I went through, but I also would want them to turn out well, and I don't know if that happens without going through hard things. It's such an interesting, like, problem to have, you know? Like, you want to protect your kids from everything negative, but also, like, you don't know if the negative things are what make you capable, you know? Love being a hard man, dude. Love it. When I was 18, I was a very hard man. This is called the Fortis Spark. Perfect. That's my work here done then. I'll return to the palace shortly. Tomova. Great. Cool. Okay, so let's move on to the next one then. I need to convince the 2 knights in the outer Fortis pub to return to the palace. Okay, let's figure out where that is. Yeah, I think that I'm, well, we can actually go to the Coliseum first because it's literally right there. I sometimes go back and forth on the, like, I would say I'm 99% of the time decided that I'm not going to have children. And that 1% of the time I'm like, I don't know, like, maybe one day, like, maybe, like, I'll magically feel like I'm capable of delivering a life to someone that I wish that I had or something. Including the tools that we picked up along the way of dealing with those. That's true, and I was never given a lot of those tools as a kid. You know, my parents were honestly just so busy trying to make things happen that, like, they just didn't have the time to, like, talk to me about feelings or emotions or anything. So, like, a lot of times I feel like I just don't even know how to deal with the things that I'm feeling, and I feel like I'm, you know, like, a bad person for having the feelings that I have sometimes, and, like, I don't know how to communicate them to people and, like, make people understand. It's really strange. I have a friend who got a vasectomy too. I've heard that it's like, you know, the first couple days are kind of weird, but afterwards, they do it while you're awake, dude. I don't know. I can't brother, I can't touch my balls without, like, feeling like I'm gonna pass out. I don't know if I could deal with somebody, like, you know, I don't know if I could deal with somebody cutting into them. I might lose my mind. That's the way I feel New Age, that if it happens one day, it happens. Like, and I kind of doubt that it will, but if it ever does, then it does. And then that's just, like, what happens, you know what I mean? But, like, we'll see. But I don't plan on it. I gotta find this knight. He's gotta be down here somewhere. Back in my we had VHS tapes, dude. I miss VHS tapes. I loved VHS tapes. Nothing's quite like sliding that VHS into the player, dude, and just hearing that click noise. That sort of CRT coming on sound, dude. It's great. I miss those days. Yeah, I mean, I think that, like, if it just happens, you messed up. I don't know. Like, I've met people who, like, were in their 40s when they had a kid and they weren't planning. They just didn't think it would happen. You know what I mean? And, like, you know, I don't think it's necessarily that if it just happens, you messed up. You know, if it just happens to you in some random one-night stand, you messed up. But if you're, like, married to someone, you've been together for a long time, and you, like, have the ability to support a family and all that, and, like, it just happens one day, you know, it's like, maybe it was a blessing. You don't know. Oh, dude, my pull-out game ridiculous. Don't even get me started, brother. Don't even get me started. Y'all don't even want to know, bro. Like, y'all don't even want to know. You all would shudder. You would all be floored through the ground. Like, it would blow your minds if you guys knew how strong my game was, dude. Yeah, I'm past the point of pregnancy being a big deal, right? Like, at this point, people are like, why aren't you having kids? Well, you might need to meet with them some other time. You're needed back at the palace. You don't work for the palace. Why would they send you? I'm working directly for the prince. Brand new here and already working for the prince. Strange. This guy's sketchy as hell, maybe, but like I say, you're needed at the palace. And I'll return there eventually. First, I'm here for some training, but it seems my training partner is a no-show. Oh, cool. I'll do it. Some training. Once we're done, I'll return to the palace. Oh, and bring 2 attack styles in with you. Oh, okay. I need to go and prepare. Okay, well, let me go grab some runes and some magic armor. Oh, there's a bank literally right here. Now, I feel the same way, Barty. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not ready to have kids yet, genuinely. Bro, Guys. I don't know what I should say on here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He won't let me use the bank chest. I don't know what I should say on here, but I could tell you guys something that would, like about the whole sex thing that would blow your minds. Yeah, no, never mind. I wonder if that's how it always is ledgered. Like, I wonder if that's like the way that it always will feel. I never practiced abstinence. I was a little bit of a man whore for a long time, guys. I have very often tried to escape my problems through substances, and when substances didn't work, I would try to escape my problems into risque sex, you know? And that started when I was very young. Like, I slept around a lot when I was, like, starting at, like, 15, 16, 17, 18, all those ages, right? And I was so anxious about knocking a girl up that I could not finish during a sexual encounter until I was like 20 plus years old.
So that's the thing, guys. So my pullout game is unheard of. Like it doesn't even need like it's a hold it in game. So there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoy that little concept about me. Yeah, of course you can join the clan, dude. I think someone should be able to get you in. We have like banners and things now. Someone will be able to tell you better how to do it. Blue ball squad indeed, dude. 2 or 3 condoms at a time. I also would wear condoms when I was younger, but like, you know, I don't know, man. I haven't, dude. I don't do any of that shit anymore. I don't chase, you know, I've been with Tiff for so long at this point, man. Like, you know, the last thing in my mind most of the time now is like women. It just, you get old, man. I don't know. I know some people like never grow out of that. But like, you know, eventually you just sort of start to get out of that sort of phase as a guy where you're just like, this isn't as important as I thought it was when I was a kid. And like when I was a kid, I think I thought it was really, really important. Like, you know, everyone acted like it was, you know, like a big deal, and like you need to be out there, like, you know, you know, getting into sexually explicit situations with women and all these kinds of things, and just like, I don't know, man, you get older and you just sort of fall out of that. It just isn't as important, dude. I feel the exact same, Jack. I don't know exactly how you feel, I guess, but I think I feel exactly the same way. Like, it has nothing to do with women. Like, there are sometimes that you'll see like incel people show up in like the Discord or something, and it's just like, dude, I don't feel this way at all. Like, I love all people, but there are plenty of women out there that are terrible, just like there are plenty of men out there that are terrible. That's how that works, dude. You know what I mean? Like, and when I was younger, my bar for like who I would let slip into like being able to take advantage of me in those kinds of ways was like much lower, and I just didn't understand. Like, I really idolized women a lot in a weird way when I was young, and as I've gotten older, like, I just realized they're just people, dude. You know, they're just people, just like everyone else. Eating ice cream cone with plastic wrapped around your tongue. Yeah, dude, I agree. But if you're sleeping with someone who you don't know very well, which I don't recommend doing anyways, you should definitely wear a condom, because STDs are real. Very real, dude. Which luckily I've made it my whole life so far without getting one, and I don't plan on getting one anytime soon, for sure. But STDs are terrifying. I have a real deal fear of STDs. Like, a real deal fear of STDs. Okay, what am I doing here? I'm getting my runes and magic gear out. Let's grab the wind staff. I'm just going to start searching for stuff. And then let's grab... I've got my mind runes. That's plenty. We're good. We should be able to deal with this then. I don't think this is going to be hard. Nothing else in this quest line has been difficult so far. Dude, I don't know, Barty. I don't even know really what it means to be lonely. I have moments of loneliness, but I have like 3 close friends, honestly. And like the rest of, like, I am not a big people person in real life. I'm very introverted in general, which I know might seem strange because of like me streaming and everything, but genuinely, like, I don't hang out with people. I don't leave the house if I can avoid it. Like, you know, I have a couple of friends who I've had for a really long time, and I'll like call them and talk to them for 2 hours straight, like once a month or something. But that's like the majority of my social interaction. But like, you know, it's really strange. I don't know. Like I know that, you know, but let alone that being said, like I do live with Tiff, and like Tiff is my best friend, and I love that girl so much. Like, she's a great person, and I like being around her, and I enjoy her company a lot. So that's like a big, you know, probably a big reason to why I don't like get lonely, even though I separate myself from people a lot.
I could see that, Barty. Do you talk to people at stores and stuff? Like, do you go to stores and talk to people? Like, I strike up conversations with people a lot of times, which is so odd, and my conversations are really weird. But sometimes I find some people who are interesting to talk to. I used to be that way when I was younger, Callum. I think I self-medicated really hard for, like, my social anxiety and things. Sorry to hear that, Luke. Anxiety shuts you down. I've definitely had friends like that too. You know, I've met a lot of people over the years who like can barely have a conversation because they're so anxious. But if you start texting them, they can talk your ear off. So I totally get that, man. It's a difficult thing. The social anxiety for me is like mostly gone away, but there are just times where I'm out in public and I'm just like, I hope nobody even looks at me. Like, I don't even want to be perceived today. Like, you guys, I mean, the typical streamer shit, dude. I'll go out of the house just wearing like sweatpants that are covered in fuzz and cat hair and stuff, and wearing some like ratty t-shirt, and haven't showered for like 2 days, and like, you know, it'll just be, it's like, it's rough. It's like, you know, life is like this long progression thing that's just super, super difficult to deal with. And I think that that people really just don't understand that concept a lot of times. Like, I'm a better person than I was, like, you know, a decade or two ago. But still, I have all these issues that are, like, difficult for me to understand how to deal with. And I'm, like, constantly learning every single day. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's hard, man. Why am I not attacking him? Bro, attack him. Why am I not attacking him? We have wind rune. Well, I don't understand why I'm not attacking him. I guess I'm doing this. This is gonna be bad. I might die. A 7? Okay, switch. We might do this. Stay and protect from magic. Darn it. I had to get him back to using protect from magic as quickly as possible. Cool. Come on. I'm really close to dying here. I looked over at the talisman that they gave me. Oh, bro. This is bad. One or two unlucky hits and I'm done for here. Why is my... I don't know why I'm... Oh, of course he did. I'm done. Yep. Did I drop everything? What do I... Oh, that's not good. Okay. Okay, where do I get my stuff back from? Can I get my stuff back? Bro. Well, for some reason, when I switched to staff, I couldn't attack him. That's not good. Hey, what's up, Livin? How you doing? Bro. Bro, that's a huge bummer if I just lost that. Talk to someone? Hold on. Gravestone is beside statue. Oh, word. Okay, cool. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. I was like, if I just lost everything, we can do this without any food. I guarantee it. I literally could have protected from melee. I don't know what I was doing. I haven't played RuneScape in so long. I was like, I have protect from melee now. I can just do this. Where's my prayers at? Let's just pray melee. What do you think about this, bro? You switch your attack styles now. Butthole. Bro, it literally won't let me use... That's insane. Might want to let me use auto spells. Not a chance this time, bro. Dot 10, bro. That's huge. This went much better this time. Cool. Now let's take off my... Okay, no problem. Alright, now what's the last place I have to go? To the bar that's like on the outside of town or whatever, right? Let's get out of here real quick. Is it this place? Outer Fortress, yeah. Let's go to the Outer Fortress. I'll probably finish up this quest and then be done for the night. It's getting late. Divine, what are the odds that you play both Guild Wars 2 and RuneScape? That's pretty wild. I guess I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go use the restroom real quick. All right, fellas. Outer Fortress should be over here to the or to the east. I said west. The west. I think it's over here. No, it's over to the left. I was further over than I thought I was. Yeah, I like Divine a lot. Divine's awesome. Play dead. Run and tell that to your mama. Yeah, dude, feels. It's been a good night, guys. I've enjoyed streaming RuneScape again. I forgot, like, you know, the RuneScape crowd is like comfortable to me. You know what I mean? Like, playing this game is very easy to remember how to do things, and like also talking to you guys is just really, really easy. Guild Wars 2 can be stressful, man. Like, I've had Guild Wars 2 streams that have had like 400 people in them, and it's so much, man. There's so much going on, and I'm trying to like pay attention to the chat, but I'm also playing a game that I've never really played before, so it's like all this kind of like back and forth and trying to balance everything. It's really hard. I logged in briefly to check on event timers and things like that and do a couple other things. I was trying to get my mastery point for to finish the quest line. Very chill. The RS crowd is very chill for sure. Guild Wars 2 people are definitely a little more like high intensity for sure. Like a little dunk to sober you up. Let's walk over here. Follow me to this fountain. Throw her into the fountain, dude. This is wild. I feel like RuneScape's gotten a lot better about having more like straightforward quests over the years. Like some of them back in the day were like really crazy. I'm very excited for the Halloween event, legitimately. Oh no, she got stuck. It's going pretty good. I haven't played RuneScape 3 for like a week now or something like that. But I was like grinding out necromancy and doing some other things. I finished a couple quests offline too. I played a decent amount of that. I've probably got like 20 hours in RuneScape 3 now. You think Guild Wars 2 players are younger? That's interesting. I would be very interested to see the metrics on that. I wonder why that would be. Yeah, dude. MapleStory sucks. I love MapleStory. It's one of my favorite games of all time, but that game sucks, bro. Like, I can totally understand. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun. But if you're not a masochist, you will not enjoy MapleStory. It is a grind, dude. A grind unlike anything else. And it doesn't ever stop. Like, it goes forever and ever, and there's almost zero chance that you're going to hit max level in MapleStory. And getting your gear is, like, crazy and convoluted. You have to unlock bosses through, like, ridiculously long-winded quest lines that, like, don't actually give you any benefit other than unlocking the boss. Like, getting your gear takes super, super long amounts of time. Then you have to, like, start transferring the stats from one piece of gear to the next piece of gear in the set. It is crazy. It does suck me in, dude. It sucks me in so hard. Like, I'm probably going to, like, get off here and do some dailies in MapleStory because, like, there's an item that I want that's along the daily path that I need to make sure that happens. Like, it's crazy. Dude, it is... In RuneScape, the grind is fun. In MapleStory, it is masochistic. Like, there is very little to distract you in MapleStory. We are talking people stay on the same map pressing 3 or 4 buttons for 10 hours a day for days on end to get one single level. It is crazy, dude. Crazy. Like, oh my gosh. Like, it's nuts. But yet, like me and my friends like doing it for some reason. Like, I have a friend who I've been reconnecting with. You guys have seen him in here. His name's Jake. And, like, he and I played MapleStory a lot when we were kids. And we played Mabinogi a lot when we were kids and everything. And, like, dude, it's just... It's so strange. I don't know why. I don't know why we play it so much. I don't like playing private servers because I don't trust other people's code to have access to my computer. That's like basically what that comes down to. Like, I don't trust the mods who are involved. I just don't trust them. 15 a day on Hyperion. Hell yeah, dude. Feels so good, but also feels horrible at the same time. Yeah, dude, totally. I'm at level 185 right now, and I've been, like, unlocking all the bosses and doing a whole bunch of stuff, but it's been a good time. I've really been enjoying playing MapleStory again. It really lets my brain just zone out. I very well could be, and my friends could be too, you know? Like, it's nuts, dude. Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Maple Story, like I said, it's my dirty little secret, dude. When I start playing Mabinogi, you guys will have to like see some of that for sure. Mabinogi is a very interesting game. It has a lot of KMMO issues with it, but Mabinogi is just like RuneScape in a ton of ways, but the combat is way, way more intense. Like it's a very interesting game. I'll get to that game eventually, and I think it will kind of blow your guys' minds a little bit. Like, especially the people who've never played it that play a lot of RuneScape. Like, it's so much like RuneScape. You have tons and tons of skills to train. Like, there's a huge... like, there's never-ending content that comes out for it. You can be basically anything you want. There's not a whole lot of, like, commitment to a class. You can change constantly, like, what your specialization is and everything. It's very interesting what that game does. I will check it out before the stream ends. Okay, cool. Okay, so these guys are done. That's everybody, I think. Once I finish this quest, I'll check that out on end stream. I'm excited to try out Brighter Shores too. Hope it comes out in November. I don't know if it will, but I hope it does. I think the Silent Hill 2 remake comes out in October, and I might play that for like a Halloween stream because I love Silent Hill 2. It's like one of my favorite games of all time. Elder Scrolls Online is the one that I would say as well, Callum. As far as like anything else, like probably not, man. Like, I just don't think it's, you know, I think Guild Wars 2 has such a specific kind of vibe going on. There's not a whole lot of other MMOs that have content that stays relevant the whole time. And like Elder Scrolls Online is sort of like that, but it does have its differences for sure. I think Guild Wars 2 is like a unique experience, totally. You never played Silent Hill, Barty? Ooh. Silent Hill 2 specifically is really, really good. The puzzle solving in that game is really, really nice. And like I just like the storyline of Silent Hill 2 a lot. It was such a good game. I didn't play Silent Hill 2 until I was an adult. Like I remember playing it one time and it was so alluring that even Tiff was like, because she sits on the couch and watches me play video games a lot, like by the end of it she was like helping me solve puzzles and stuff. It was a really good time, dude. See, I think of Guild Wars 2 art style as being more along the lines of like Monster Hunter. That's the way I feel about that game. Like I think it looks a lot like Monster Hunter. I don't blame you, dude. Like I said, horror games gave me nightmares as a kid. The Knights were granted beds in the Kualti headquarters just west of here. I would suggest you search there for anything of note. We'll keep the Knights busy until you're done. Cool. Really, dude, there's so many maps in that game that I just like, this looks like Monster Hunter to me. Like especially when you're flying down places, because like, so Monster Hunter is like super vertical, you know what I mean? Like a lot of the areas have you going up and down, and Guild Wars 2 does a lot of that as well. So there's like a lot of illusions to it. Jumping off mushrooms, climbing up vines, like all that kind of stuff is like very Monster Hunter-y to me. And I just think it like looks a lot like that game. I really like it. Dude, I love Monster Hunter 2. I love Monster Hunter. When Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, I'll definitely be covering that game. Like it's one of my most anticipated games right now for sure. It's 2025, so it doesn't count as like my most anticipated for 2024. But love Monster Hunter. Really good game. So back to Jake again. So Jake was, when I was in middle school, this guy Jake Roberts, he was my only friend in middle school. And he was just like, me and him linked up on so many things. Like we played so many MMOs together. We played RuneScape together. We played Mabinogi, Maple Story. We just like really clicked on a lot of things. So I'd like go over to his house a lot, and we rented Monster Hunter 2, I think it was, for PlayStation 2 back in the day. And it was like way too much for both of us. Like, neither of us really understood what we were doing in that game whatsoever, but it always sat in the back of my mind as being a game that I was interested in. And so, like, over the years, I just played more and more Monster Hunter games. Like, I played Monster Hunter Tri when it came out. I played Monster Hunter Ultimate 3 Ultimate when it came out. And then finally in Monster Hunter Worlds, it clicked. Like, it finally clicked all the way in, and I just absolutely love Monster Hunter Worlds and have played it a lot, and like even started. Yeah, I even bought it on PC after I had beaten it on PlayStation 4 and started playing through it again, dude. It's a great game. It's so good. Like, Monster Hunter is such a fun experience to try to figure out how to kill all these monsters, how to get good at that game. Like, because so much of it is just knowing the game. Like, there are so many things that are a ridiculously difficult challenge, but if you just know how the game works, boom, you know how to do it. Yeah, 2025 is going to be a good year for games. I can't wait. I feel like I remember Repels. I also played, like, Fly for Fun when I was a kid, and, like, that game was super grindy. I'm trying to figure out where the heck... Is it not down here? There's beds. There's nothing to search. Wait, hold on. There's a chest over here. The chest is locked. So that's not it. What was the deal with Rising? Yeah, that's the one. So that was the portable game. Okay, cool. I thought it was. Fliff Universe now. They do have regular Fliff too. I did play regular Fliff somewhat recently, and it was bad. Is this not the place that these guys were stationed at? It's the Knights of the Palace. Any of them free. Suggested I search their quarters within the Quality headquarters. Okay, let me just look at this on the map. Quality, literally here. Okay, then I didn't see anything in here. Is it? There's like a downstairs area? I'm confused. Oh yeah, there's upstairs. Okay. Dude, Monster Hunter is really good. I assume that most people are aware that that game is amazing at this point. Like, even Tiff likes that game. Whenever Tiff gets into a game, I know that it's actually like straight up good, and it's not just me being crazy, because she's very picky about video games for sure. But she likes that game as well. She wasn't very good at it. Like, it took her a very long time to make it through some of the fights and stuff. Tiff had never really played a 3D game until she played, Tiff... Shut the door. When Tiff and I first got together, we played World of Warcraft together for the first time ever. And that was, like, the first time she'd ever played a 3D game, basically, in her life. And, like... She could not move the camera and walk at the same time. She had to, like, do one or the other. And once she started playing games with controllers, it was the same thing where, like, she had to learn how to, like, manipulate the right stick while also manipulating the left stick. And then we started playing Dead by Daylight. And Tiff got so good at Dead by Daylight, it was astounding, bro. Like, just nutso. It is very good to be crap at, even. Like, it's very... like, Monster Hunter... If you go into Monster Hunter trying to mash buttons, you're going to have such a bad time, but it's such an interesting learning experience because it, like, looks like a button masher when you see people who are really good at it playing it. And, like, it's so crazy, dude. Dude, it is really funny watching someone, like, use a controller or mouse for the first time. Like I said, dude, like, Tiff was really into Stardew Valley for a long time, too. And so, like, that was sort of her range of games. Like, she had played, like, she liked Monkey Ball back in the day. But she had never played like a platformer or an RPG or any of those kinds of games. Tiff was like a mini game kind of person. Like she had played some video games, but she was never super into them. And then she got with me, and like obviously she was going to have to play video games because I spend so much of my life playing video games, and she really likes them. Like Tiff genuinely loves video games. She'll game more than I do sometimes now. Like Tiff put, you know, thousands of hours into Genshin Impact. Like she plays rhythm games and stuff now, but Tiff prefers to play video games on her Switch or on her phone. Like she just likes something to be like held right in front of her face when she's playing. Dude, this girl gets kills in Fortnite playing on a Switch, and it blows me away, dude. Dude, you really do feel so smart. But like, it's the same thing with playing guitar, right? Like, Tiff is really good at games, legitimately, guys. Like Tiff's this solid at video games. The same thing with guitar, where like to me, guitar is such an easy thing to do, and there are hard things in it. Like there are hard songs to learn, there are techniques that I don't know how to do, but in general, picking up a guitar, playing some chords, like hitting some leads, like that stuff's all easy to me. My hands do that naturally now. I can't remember what it was like to have my hands not do that, but like putting a guitar in someone's hands who's never had one before, they're just like, what is I'm getting her a ROG Ally, actually. That's like legitimately her next video game purchase for sure. But like, dude, it's so bizarre. You take for granted how much you know. And even like video games, you know, like video games are a thing that I'm so aware that it's a skill that a lot of us have nowadays, but the people who don't have it, it's like chaos to them. They just can't do it. It's so hard for them. $800 for the LX? I don't know if I'm getting you that one, dude. Tiff likes the finer things in life. She wants the best version of everything. Long have you waited so patiently, so dutifully. Now, at long last, you have been graced with the most glorious of duties. For the day of our destiny is fast approaching. The Teocon will soon travel to the east, and you'll be selected to accompany him. You must ensure he never returns. Only with his demise can Twilight Promise begin. Only with his demise will we see the final dawn. Okay. Yeah, totally, 100%, Jack. It's like, it's interesting, you know. Like I said, I've been learning playing God by Polyphia, and like I'm getting to a point with that song where I can start to actually play like the main, like the hook riff, and like the things my hands are doing is so even strange to me at this point. Like it took me forever. I've been playing it like a week, and I can play like the first 4 bars at like 75% speed now, and it's like, it's crazy the things that are going on in guitar. Like the same with video games, you know, like there are levels to everything, and like no matter how good you think you are at something, there are always going to be things out there that are challenging to you. Definitely get the X over the old one, bro. Stop strifing. It's $800, bro. 100%, Jack. And like playing this song, because it's like a really, like playing God is a really hard song. Polyphia stuff is really, really difficult, like genuinely. And like it is making me think, like, I think I just want to learn really hard songs for a while. Like I think I want this experience of like living with one song for a month and a half. I really enjoy it. I think it's like a really fun thing to know that every time I pick up my guitar, like this is what I'm working on and this is what I'm doing. Because so many times I sort of just like get lost in what I'm supposed to be doing on guitar to improve. But as long as I'm playing things that are like really hard, like, you know, there's the like I wouldn't mind going back and doing those Yngwie Malmsteen like tutorial videos that he had, and like mastering those tutorial videos and like really learning how to shred. No, Div, stop. Barty, I totally like rhythm games are the same feeling as playing music. 100% rhythm games are the same way as playing music. Like there's a rhythm game on your iPhone or on your phone, any phone that you want, called Colorful Stage, and it's a Hatsune Miku rhythm game, and that game rocks, bro. Like if you like rhythm games, and apparently you do because you like Beat Saber, like you should check out Colorful Stage. It's super good. The rhythm game is really nice. Bro, dude, Ableton blew my mind. So Ableton Live is the DAW that I use, and like, brother, I'm learning new stuff in that still, and I'm like 2.5 like years into it. When I can, Brenton, when I can playing God that riff, you guys will see a video of it. I will post it like to my main YouTube channel of me playing God by Philippia, because this is like, so I have this problem where I know a couple of songs on guitar, but I write a lot of my own music and stuff, and I play guitar to like sing along with and things. So like whenever my family asks me, "Oh, you play guitar, Cole? Why don't you play something on this guitar that someone brought to this family reunion?" I'm always like at a loss for what I should play, because I want to play something that shows my like prowess, you know. So I'm learning playing God so that like I can, every single time someone makes me pick up a guitar in a room full of people, they regret it immediately. They're like, "Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry for playing this instrument too." Like that's what I want to do. Oh, dude, I've seen those people with Rock Band playing electric drums. I've seen that on TikTok a lot, actually. TikTok Live. So those people are really, really cool. Just play Wonderwall like everyone else? No, bro, never. I usually actually play like a song that I'll play and sing all the time now is the Menzinger song, "I Don't Want to Be an Asshole Anymore." Like I really like that song, and I play that one all the time. It's my Wonderwall. Dude, After Effects is crazy to me. I am such a Premiere Pro noob. I've been using it for like 4 years now. I'm still just like I can do like L cuts and J cuts. I know like basic things about editing. I can put text on the screen. Like I can make graphics and things, but like I'm just so bad at it for sure. That's so good, Breton. I feel that, bro. That's what I want to do, man. That's what I want to do. I want to make people feel that. Dude, good for him. I was never super talented at music, honestly. Like, I just really wanted to play music really badly. So that's like what's driven me to get better at it over the years. I have friends who are really, really talented at music. Like, I have a friend who like does it. I have multiple friends who do it professionally. Like I said, you know, Chris, the guy who was on the video about, like, he's the drummer for I Set My Friends on Fire, which is like a proper big band that like plays massive shows and things. Like, you know, like I have really talented friends, and I've just never been one of them, but I'm tenacious, dude. Like I can just put myself to a task and take care of it. And I like my music, you know what I mean? Like the music that I make myself and put out, like I really like my own music. I make stuff that I want to hear and that I don't hear anywhere else, and I just put it together. Film, you've been found to be a traitor to the kingdom of Varlamore. What? I don't understand. We know you attempted to arrange the murder of Teokan of Ralos. Do you have anything to say about this? This isn't true. Someone must have set me up. Your lies mean nothing here. Your guilt has already been proven. No, this isn't right. This is a lie for sure. This guy's definitely not the guy. For you, this is the only thing that's right. Bro, what is going on in Varlamore? He had a 50, by the way. What is this dude's combat stats, and what is this weapon he's using? The rest of you were dismissed. Bro. What were you expecting them? Invite them to sit down for dinner and drinks? I don't know how they do things where you're from, but here in Varlamore now, this is how we deal with traitors. Bro. Whoa. They were going to something called a Tiamat. Makes sense. The Tiamat is the center of all religion in Varlamore. The Teokan would have been eager to return to his home. You'll find the Tiamat atop Ralos's rise, but it's quite the walk from here. You should speak to Regulus Sinto outside about a faster method of travel. You should not waste time. The prince will be eager to hear what you discovered. All right, I'll go and see Regulus. Jeez, dude. They just kill people, bro. I feel the same way, New Age. Like, you know, I for a long time I was like, I'm never going to put out music again because I was just making it for myself. But now I've been putting some songs up on SoundCloud and stuff, and like I enjoy it, man. You know what I mean? Like I love like playing a riff that I'm like, this would be cool. Like let me go and like mess with this, and like I really like mixing like real instruments with like 808s and stuff. You know what I mean? Like yeah, the lore is wild in RuneScape. Honestly, it goes really, really deep, but you can play the game without knowing a lot of the lore, but they tell you a lot of it through like the storytelling in the game as well. The quests, like I could tell you what basically every quest line that I've ever done is about in general. Hey, what's up, Hayes? How you doing, man? But yeah, I like mixing like real instruments with like 808s and like glitchy production and stuff and all that kind of stuff and like really like pop oriented vocal styles. Oh wait, I went to the wrong place. Like really like pop oriented vocal styles with like heavy compression and like stuff like that with like, you know, other kinds of music. I think it's just really interesting. It's just about like what you enjoy doing, you know? Gardening Convoke. No, I don't know those bands at all. South Carolina rap stuff? No, I haven't seen them. I like am decently into the rap scene. I used to have a rap group back in the day, which was terrible, but like I know some pretty good rappers because of that. Wait, what? Oh, SoundCloud word. Okay. I don't think I know those guys, but I'll have to check them out for sure. Face tap people? Yeah, dude. I know a lot of face tap people. Make mains? I already have a main, dude. I'm not going through this experience again right now for sure. I'll make an Ultimate Iron Man at some point. That's like the next account that I think I'm going to play. Yeah, 100%. Like I think like the past week, it's been really good for my brain to like make music and everything, and sort of get back into this kind of this vibe with it. You know, like doing something that's just for me, and like getting my feelings straightened out through music and like interfacing with the world in that way has been like a really healthy thing for me to get back to. And that's like what music always comes back to being for me. But I do like lots of forms of creation, you know what I mean? Like I make videos obviously, and like I love film, and I like make things using Illustrator and stuff. So like I make like still art as well, and I love photography, and you know, I love cooking, like really love cooking and food. I've been posting some shorts on YouTube that are like about food and like my relationship with like different things in the world. And you know, I just like I love all that kind of stuff, man. It's a good time. Path of Fire soon? Yeah, totally. No, so like I have a Callum, when I get my fiber internet connection set up, I plan on doing like multiple 8-hour days of streaming Guild Wars 2 and like getting through a whole bunch of stuff. Spirit Box, dude, I couldn't sing a Spirit Box song. Jesus, dude. I had a friend who wanted me to sing a Linkin Park song that he was covering at one point. I was like, dude, do you understand how good Chester Bennington is at singing? Dude, how good is Ultimate Iron Man? It's so fun. I love Ultimate Iron Man. I have an Ultimate Iron Man account that I like love playing on. Found a letter of one of the Knights Vellum. The letter instructed him to arrange the death of Servius. One of my own knights. I will now just have to deal with this. Well, there's actually no need. Ernius killed him as soon as we found out. I swear those twins are up to something. Like, they killed that guy specifically to, like, set him up, dude. Those twins are definitely the ones, for sure. That said, the family does not have has a bit.
All right, we're back. I don't know. My internet just cut out for a minute. Let's hope we're on the same stream. It didn't even drop for my internet just cut out for a minute. I think it might be a good reason for it. And it needs to be traitors. Imafor's death was over 100 years ago. His family had no love for him then, and they've loyally served the Archon since. It's very true, but new player also had valid concerns. We need to be careful of assumptions, but it seems it would be wise for us to keep an eye on the two of them from now on. Now, new player, did your investigation uncover anything else? The letter I found mentioned 2 things. Twilight's Promise and the Final Dawn. Twilight's Promise. I've never heard of that. I wonder if it's anything to do with the Twilight Emissaries. Twilight Emissaries? A nice religious cult that has an unhealthy obsession with the end of the world. They've never caused any major problems before, so we've mostly left them be. However, given this revelation, perhaps it's time to pay a little closer attention to their dealings. And the Final Dawn, what's that? Nothing more than blasphemy. It is not something we should waste our time talking about. As you can see, the Final Dawn is a bit of a controversial topic. It's a religious topic, okay? An unofficial religious belief. Your bank thought it was fraud? Bro, that's crazy. Why'd they do that? It's an unofficial religious belief concerning the end of the world. Oddly enough, our friends the Twilight Emissaries are big fans of it. Where can I learn about the Final Dawn? It's not something I care to know about, but if anyone around here were to know, it would be Metzl. The Secret of Ronald are responsible for maintaining the library here. That includes dealings with any forbidden materials. Metzli returned to Tiamat shortly before we did. She'll be around somewhere. Jesus, dude, I can't read it all tonight. All right, I'll go and see if she can help me. Cool, let's do that. Yeah, dude, like, they're like, oh, these guys are just like people who are hanging out. What's the big deal? We gotta find this person. Dude, all these words in this other language. Nelta? Like, I don't know what a Nelta is. Metzli, there we go. We meet again. Not a chance encounter, I see, for it is clear that you want something. I was hoping you could help me with some information. Quite possibly. The secret of Ranul knows better than most. Well, that time sees the end of all things. When we were gone, what remains? Knowledge must be passed on, lest it be lost forever. Yes, what you're describing there is a book. I'm familiar with the concept. But what is a book without the right reader? Words can be misunderstood, misconstrued. That assumes those words were even right to begin with. Think of all that we believe to know. All those words we have read. How many were the truth, I wonder? That's a very good point. Okay, well, before we go down another rabbit hole, I'm looking for information on the Final Dawn. The Final Dawn, this is something I can help with. But first, to understand the Final Dawn, you must understand Zimoa. Okay. Zimoa, that's a fancy word. Is it like Zimo or like Zimoa? That's all difficult. Chimo? I know that in Chinese they do the chi sounds. The word is a gift to us from those who walked these lands before we did. They knew the truth of this world in a way we can only dream of. We call them the Old Ones. They understood the importance of passing on their knowledge. So much of what we know comes from them. So what's the Gmos? Okay. Our world endures in a way we cannot comprehend, but like all things, it will not do so forever. Its light will one day die. But this is not something to be feared. It is something to be embraced. Cool. You see, we are part of a cycle, something far larger than ourselves. When the time comes, Rallis and Ranul will come together as one, consuming these lands in holy fire until there is nothing left but ash. But even in ash, embers remain. From those embers, a new world will be born, and the cycle will continue once more. This is Shimo. Okay, so it's like the cycle of life. So you think the world will one day end. That's quite something. Not think. No, this knowledge is a gift. One that was passed down to us from the Old Ones. But you said it yourself, knowledge passed down can be misconstrued. How can anyone know the truth for sure? It's not like there are any of these old ones around for us to ask. Sorry, I just thought about killing that frog again, and it made me laugh. Indeed, and that is why this is just one interpretation. There are those out there with another. Saktoli, the Final Dawn. And what do they believe? They do not just believe that the world will end. They believe it is their duty to make it happen. They see it as their singular purpose and will stop at nothing to make it so. These people you speak of are the Twilight Emissaries. It is said that they are amongst those with this belief. I guess I'd better... New player, I need you outside now. We have a little bit of an issue. Okay, let's see what happens.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We're being attacked by cultists here? Bro, you stepped in the wrong guy. I got the mace now, buddy. We're gonna smack you up. Are we still training strength? Yeah, we are. Who else wants some? I don't even know if I need to kill these cultists, but I'm here. I'm here for the fight, dude. Who else wants some? We just killing all of them? Not on my watch. They've killed a couple of people. Smack them up, fellas. Ooh, I just hit a 12. Fat numbers. I probably wouldn't start an Iron Man at this point. Like I said, I would just go to Ultimate Iron Man if I was going to do anything. But we should get into the capital as soon as possible. It's, of course, ensured no time is wasted. Of course, my prince. We'll go at once. Chat-wide Iron Man. That would be fun. I'm not sure yet. Mother will need informing of what happened here. After that, I'll need some time to consider our next move. I'll be in touch once I have a plan. Timoviva for now. Timoviva for now. I don't know what this word means. Timoviva for now. New player, and may the sun light your way. Cool, okay. Boom. 3,000 thieving XP. That's massive. Ooh. Look at that, dude. Okay. The quests here are really good, actually. I need to finish all these quests. This will, like, boost my stats like crazy. Heck yeah, dude. Okay, yeah, the pizza room. I literally, when I was in the Coliseum finding the guy, and I had that thing that looks like this in my inventory, and I saw it, I was like, oh, I have a pizza. And then I was like, no, wait, no. I don't have a pizza. They didn't give me a pizza for some reason. Okay, I want to watch the trailer for that video, or that game. I can't remember what that game was. Did he post it in the Discord? Did David post it in the Discord? Hold on. Let's see. Video suggestions. What was this game called? What was this game called? Remember, it was the one that we said that was like a single-player RuneScape, guys. Do you guys remember what it was? Man, I can't remember. I can't remember. I'm so bad at remembering the names of things. And chat has been so busy. I don't know where it would be. David, what was the game? Just tell me what the game was. You're here. That's fine. David, what was the game? Just tell me oh my god, I brought up the... We're in chatception now, okay? Black Grimoire, Cursebreaker. Cool. Okay, let's watch this trailer. Oh, what was that? Okay, cool. Okay, let's log out of RuneScape. And then let's bring up this window. Here we go. Move this back over here. Cool. Okay. Simple RuneScape exists. No, not this one. Where's the trailer? Hold on. This looks really cool already. Here, let me check this out. Oh, all right. Okay, this looks kind of like rad. Is it tick-based combat? Is that what this is? Bro. This is literally like RuneScape. Okay, hold on one second. Man, this one's 26 minutes long. I don't really want to watch a 26-minute long video right now. Let's watch it.
What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a game that's actually pretty sweet, dude. I've been waiting a long time for like a single-player version of RuneScape. A lot of you may not know this, but I played RuneScape back in like 2002, 2001, 2003, in there somewhere.
This game is getting like so little coverage. This is pretty wild. I literally heard about this from David, and no one had talked about this before. This is wild.
Game first came out, and there was pretty much like only lumberage and like the starter area, and there was like a big iron gate that kept you from getting into all the quests that you had to pay like $5 a month to get past. And so anyways, I've been a long time RuneScape player. I've played off and on here and there every now and again, making new accounts and stuff like that. And I've always wished that there was a single player game that took a lot of guidance from RuneScape. And today we're going to be taking a look at exactly that game. This game is called Black Grimoire Cursebreaker, and we had a chance to take a look at a demo of this game a long time ago. Since then, the developer has been studiously working on the game non-stop, and at this point, it's probably most of the way towards complete, considering that—
I wonder how long the grind actually takes in this game to do, like comparatively to like RuneScape, right? Like I wonder if this is going to be a super long-term, really difficult game to get through, or if it's scaled down to be a single player
they've been making announcements about the game moving towards 1.0 on the Steam update, so I figured it was time to refresh that coverage, make sure that it's up to date, make sure that it's something that's going to be useful to somebody, and also show it off to a crowd to maybe give the game a little bit of publicity, because I've been playing for the last 3 hours or so, and I've been having a really good time with it. My first impressions are very positive. The game does not shy away from what it is. It is single-player RuneScape with good graphics, a really, really nice game world, a lot of stuff to do, activities all over the place. If after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. You can check that out there. On top of that—
the only thing that I could think of as being a problem with this in general is the fact that I already have RuneScape, and like I play RuneScape regularly, and so I don't know where this fits into my life. Like, I don't know where I actually sit down and play this game versus just playing RuneScape, especially if it's like a super long game.
That you can also take a look around, and you can find a link to my Discord and my Twitch stream, just in case you wanted to hang out live on any given day of the week. But for now, let's dive straight on into the game. So as I mentioned, Black Grimoire Cursebreaker. This game is a single-player spin-off of RuneScape. Pretty much everything that you've come to expect from RuneScape is going to be inside this title, up to and including like mining absurd amounts of ore in order to get your next armor set. You've got walks in between towns. There's kind of like economic controls that exist inside your inventory management. All kinds of interesting stuff here to fool around with. But at the moment, my character— there is a storyline and a main narrative to this game. We are a king that existed hundreds of years ago, and we've been resurrected from our tomb by unknown reasons by a necromancer that clearly seems to have beef. And at the moment, I'm helping him gather up things that he needs in order to enact his vengeance, and since there's a compelling spell on me, I have no choice but to go along with it, and so I'm working on—
yeah, I kind of worry about the same thing, Barty. Now, I will— if this game is like 35 hours long, then I could be really into it. Like it could be very cool to experience a fun little romp that sort of like takes you through all the sort of things that are happening in RuneScape very quickly, and then you get to the end game and like you go through all the different, you experience early, mid, and late game all over the course of 30 or 40 hours. I could definitely see this being very appealing for that reason, and it could be a great way to get people into RuneScape that have never played RuneScape before, for sure, because RuneScape can be kind of daunting. There are like literally quest lines and everything. I mean, he has like a quest tracker and everything.
Doing his quest while at the same time trying to figure out a way to get the curse off of me, and so he wanted a focus crystal, so I'm investigating a guy's house who manufactures focus crystals for all the magi in the realm, and it looks like amid the trash, a conspicuous note scribbled in poor handwriting catches your eye. You struggle to make sense of the shoddy letters, but it reads, Smart Inventor Man has a lot of valuable things in my shop. Would be a shame if something was to happen to the valuable thing. Because you smart, you understand you need to pay lots of gold to protect them valuable things. Bring gold to me in tavern this evening, or maybe bad things happen to you and your stuff. The letter is signed Hubert, and by the looks of things, the inventor didn't take the contents of the letter very seriously. I should find someone who passes for law around here and tell them what I've found. All right, so I gotta find my way to the...
Bro, I wish I could read that good. Wouldn't that be awesome if I didn't stumble over every single freaking word whenever I'm reading a RuneScape quest line?
Wind Militia. Aside from that, though, I kind of need to get out here and I need to get my equipment upgraded. What I'm currently working on is I'm still wearing like the starter gear.
Yeah, he has 121,000 views on this video. It's pretty wild, honestly.
These hours on into the game, I've got like a good weapon and I've got a good shield, but I haven't been able to get my armor retrofitted for the challenges that are going on ahead. And so I think I need to mine a little bit of copper and I need to get some ingots cooking and I need to make myself a new suit of armor. The downside is here, I don't know exactly where copper nodes are going to be at. I found some copper nodes on the other side of the river, but it's kind of...
I do think it's an interesting concept to create video games that are based off of the ideology behind RuneScape, because when you go into a game like that, you sort of already know what methodology you're going to have to use to progress through the game. And so, like, this guy right now is talking about the fact of, like, oh, you know, I know that I need copper, but I don't have, like, the ability to get it because I don't know where it is, because he's, like, exploring this whole new world. And that's a kind of cool thing. It's like a RuneScape private server, but turned into an actual game, and then, like, the whole game has been redesigned from the ground up.
Far away, and I'm sort of inflicted with a little bit of laziness, so I don't really want to walk that far to go get it. We've got a
Fallout 4 is a really good example of that.
boat with a raft over here, and it looks like there's a number of guys that are mustering on that side, and it looks like maybe there's like a raft that takes me over to their base. Yeah, it looks like I can quickly just kind of like skiff the river real fast in order to get over there. Maybe we'll investigate these guys. So far, I found the game to be really well designed. Like, if you take a look at the main city that I just got to, Haywind.
Yeah, Fallout 4 is definitely not my favorite Fallout game, for sure. Like, New Vegas is for sure my favorite Fallout game.
The place is enormous. Like, it's actually a city. Like, how many times in an RPG have you gone into a city? Did I just get copper armor for free? Oh.
No need to mind.
Sick, dude. All right, well, let's just, like, throw that on right there. Absolutely, I definitely want that healing potion, too. Let me get that healing potion, like, right this second. But how many times do you wander into a city in the RPG world, and someone's like, this is the largest and greatest city in all the Imperium, and then it's like...
I feel like I could use this game to trick my friends into playing RuneScape. Like, I could send this to some of my friends who do not like it at all, that like RPGs, and they'd be like, this looks sick, dude, and they would play
12 houses. It's like Stormwind in World of Warcraft. Just ridiculous. What does this guy have to say? Welcome to our camp. I'd advise you...
I still had a great time in Fallout 4, though, honestly. Like, it wasn't my... like favorite Fallout game, obviously, like I said, but like I enjoyed Fallout 4. I played a lot of that game. I think all those games are like what you make it. People hate Skyrim too, but I like Skyrim a lot. Like, I have no problem with it. It's not my favorite Elder Scrolls game. My favorite Elder Scrolls game is Oblivion, but you know, just people have different reasons with it for sure.
Be wary while journeying outside the protection of the Palisades. Bandit menaces we face are particularly active here in the fields west of Haywind. And what's your role? I've been tasked by Marshal Harrington to target notorious bandit leaders in the area. I've had reports of a foreign mercenary by the name of Nils Yellen causing devastation wielding an exotic kukri blade. His killing spree needs to be brought to an end. All right. Yeah, I'll help you. Why not? So I need to go and talk to the sergeant now? All right, let's go talk to the sergeant. Deputy Reeler asked me to check in with you. Did he now? He reckons he found a potential recruit for his special needs. I understand.
That's like winding up someone with a mental disability. That's really funny.
And, well, take measure of you yet. What can you say about your fighting experience so far? It looks like I need level 12 attack in order to get that forward, just like in RuneScape. Sometimes there's going to be like these skill barriers to doing what you want to do, and they're spread around pretty evenly. I've found kind of the same number of quests that require me to be a certain level of alchemy in order to advance. I've found a number of quests that require to be a certain amount of defense to advance, mining to advance. The game tends to spread it around a little bit. Damn, we're getting smoked right now. I might actually have to... Oh, there's 3. Run. Okay, never mind. Run for your life. Now is the time to run away. There are 3 of them, and they are trying to mangle me. There's also a whole bunch of outlaws over here, too. Can I get this one?
Yeah,
if I can just peel off... No, don't go back, dude. Don't go back. Don't go back. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Every time you land an attack or every time you land a block, you're going to be getting XP towards the actual attribute that you wanted to work on. If you wanted to see a list of all the crafting and trade skills that are in the game right now, you've got everything from attack to archery to spell crafting, sorcery. You've got lumberjacking, fishing, mining, smithing. You've got tailoring, crafting, alchemy, cooking, all that kind of good stuff. There are many, many things to grind and work on inside of this game, and I've been finding the grind to be really satisfying. Like what I did is I just put on a playlist and watched a podcast or whatever, and I've just been joyously playing the game pretty much all morning. I do need to pick off these wolves, but unfortunately my regeneration is not exactly what I would like it to be. I guess I could eat some berries to get some regen. Maybe that'll make it go a little bit faster. That one's aggro. That's probably fine. Get that shield up right there. I do have a block ability that
I hate doing voices for game. I love doing voices for sure, but like committing to a voice is so difficult because like I'll forget what that voice was, and then I have to try to find it again to be able to do it again.
Other than that, though, I haven't really gotten that many abilities. They keep telling me that I need to find a defensive trainer and an attack trainer, and then I'll get new abilities. So maybe after we get done with these wolves, I should like tool around town a little bit and see if I can find those goodies. But for the moment, I crave blood, slaughter, and war. You've got to time your blocks in this game, by the way. So your blocks, they hold your character in place and they cancel out your attack animation until something hits you. And so there is skill-based gameplay here where you need to time some of your different abilities in order to not mess up your auto attack. And
some of the higher level combat that was in the trailer looked really, really nice. This is, you know, early game. It looks to be where he's at. He said he had only been playing for like 3 hours, so that makes sense. But some of the like later bosses that have like tile-based mechanics and things look really, really good.
At least stack up that damage and get your DPS up to the roof. And I've been enjoying the intricacies of just getting used to kind of like the attack block rotation that exists inside of this title. Having got my inventory all nice and managed right now, let's see what they've got going on as far as trainers go. Because I have gotten a considerable amount of level ups to both my defense and also my offense, so there's got to be somebody around here that can really get me up to speed and get me some new abilities, you know? So over here we've got an attack trainer. Let's see what he's got going on. So as far as our attack training goes, for 300 bucks, we've taken our first steps in mastering weapon techniques. We slightly increase our weapon speed with all weapons. Yeah, I'll take that. We've also got serrated blades over here. Increase your damage with melee weapons slightly. Increase your accuracy slightly. I don't really have any money left, so I'm going to have to make some cash around here. What did the defensive guy have? Are these mostly passives? That'll be a little bit of a bummer if they're mostly passives. It looks like we can get disengage. I can stun an enemy and then leap backwards. That might be nice. Is there anything in the attack trainer further on in? We've got a quick strike.
Definitely remind you of RuneScape 3 in a way where you can auto-attack the abilities and stuff, do more damage. I could see that. You definitely have an ability bar down at the bottom. It definitely looks like it has some MMO-type combat going on, and then also, like, the skill trees that you're going to go through are definitely very MMO-based for sure.
We can do an extra attack with our weapon. Ooh, I can get all the way down in. Found this barley field over here that I can harvest from. I swear to God, on that notice board, there's been an edit, all right? It's been a minute since the last part of the video. I can't remember. I know somebody's gonna be like, dude, you were just over there like 8 seconds ago. No, I wasn't. Through the power of editing, sometimes I play like 30 or 40 minutes in between each edit, and I kind of forgot where I was at. But I can get barley out of these fields right here, and I think there was a work order that wanted a bunch of barley too, and we could dearly use the cash for some of our skill training.
So there is like an in-game economy that is going on. It's just not player-based.
I think we're in the hole right now by like 1,500 bucks if we want to get ourselves up to speed with all of our abilities and have all the abilities that match up with the actual level that our character is at. So it may be worth the effort here to do it. Now, one of the things you're going to notice about this game is a lot of the economic controls that exist in RuneScape do exist in this game as well.
Okay.
So, for example, inventory space is always going to be at a premium. In RuneScape, this has a very, very important reason why. It slows down the rate at which goods arrive at the market because you've got to collect so many different things. I can remember many times in RuneScape I was playing around with certain trade skills or trying to get certain quests done or trying to manufacture.
They look pretty good. I like the art style of this game a lot, honestly. Like, I think it looks nice. I like the fact that, like, everything looks decently detailed from far away because of the fact that, like, it's so low res that, like, when you get it far away, it doesn't actually change the res of it. Like, it is just what it is. But then when you get up closer, you start to realize that they're just, like, blocky, RuneScape-y looking things.
Extra
That's
certain
really cool.
objects, and it would take many, many trips, like, across the map just to bring things around from where I had them stored and where I was farming things to get them put where I want them to go at so that I could finish off the quest.
Fast
And that
travel bears.
exists here as well. Your inventory space is almost always going to be at a premium, although occasionally the game does give you things like bags. Bags can be
Let's skip ahead to this
dungeon, and
dungeon
it
part.
doesn't look like it's a particularly oh, there's level 10 bats though. All right. I can see you. I see you. I'd throw some extra spells.
Really? See, I don't know how I would feel about this game. I would play it. Like, I might pick this up at some point and try it out and see, and, like, you know, do some, like, work in it and everything and see what's up. I don't know how I feel about it in general. What was the other game that you guys were telling me to check out? Was it CMK? Is that what it was called or something? Callum, I think it was you who wanted me to watch a trailer for a game. I'll do that, and then I'll hop off here. You play this demo. Well, I'm glad you're in RuneScape, man. Are you playing old school? Yeah, you said you're playing old school. That's a good game, man. I'm glad you're having a good time. WOTR. Wrath of the Righteous. Okay, I've seen this game advertised. Hold on. Let's watch the trailer.
The world
Pathfinder.
wound. A cursed land that threatens all life. Not a wasteland or the site of a natural disaster, but an abscess.
This game immediately looks like Divinity Original Sin to me.
Through which the mortal world bleeds into the abyss. 100 years ago, this realm was teeming with life. Gardens flourished and cities thrived here. But now, death reigns over all. There are no common folk here.
I might pick it up and check it out, David. I mean, it looks good. I just, like I said, I was watching like early game content from it. And I definitely would be more interested in seeing like later game stuff.
Only those who are willing to risk everything to defend the world against the endless hunger of the abyss. Or to win glory. To answer the call of forbidden knowledge. To
He's wearing a backpack. Do you have to like manage backpacks and things and have bigger ones? I really liked in I don't know if you guys ever played Outward, but Outward had a really, really cool backpack system to where like you can carry around backpacks that are different versions of like a backpack that has different buffs or debuffs depending on which one you're wearing. And then like in order to do combat well, you have to drop the backpack off of you in order to fight like more agile. To have more agile combat, you had to drop the backpack on the ground, and you had to like make sure that you picked it up afterwards.
rise above the fate prescribed to mortals. And you, what has brought you here? Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to lead? Are you ready to ascend? And if you're ready, which path will you choose? How will your power manifest? Will it breathe new life into the corrupted lands, or kill them off for good? Will you be a beacon of light in the darkness, or an island of chaos and madness? Who will follow you? Saints or sinners? Mortals or beings from other planes of existence? Who will you become for them? A commander? A prophet? A friend? Something more? Or will mortal pawns and their feelings no longer interest you at all? Only you can answer these questions. Only you can decide which path to take. The choice is yours, Crusader.
I've been wanting to play Baldur's Gate 3 for a long time, so I feel like this would scratch a lot of that same itch as well. I feel like I've seen this game on sale quite a bit as well. Like, I might have to check this out. There's been quite a few Pathfinder games that have come out, and I haven't played any of them yet, but, like, this one looks good. I could see myself checking this out for sure. Okay, guys. I'm
gonna get off stream. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna enjoy my night and wind down. Actually, what I'm probably gonna do is go lay in bed and stare at my phone for like an hour and a half, and then I'm gonna fall asleep because that's what I have to do every single time I get done streaming. But thank you guys for hanging out. It's been a good time, man. I've enjoyed hanging out with everybody and playing a little bit of RuneScape. I'll probably stream again tomorrow night. I'll probably do maybe another RuneScape stream tomorrow night. We'll see what happens. But I will see you guys on the next one. Be safe out there, guys. Enjoy yourselves. It's just really dense. I could see it being dense. A lot of these games are. I played Divinity Original Sin. Like I could definitely do it.